Right, yeah. So and so then I'm there. I end up chained to this carousel. The dog won't leave me alone, and I realize I've got to go get tested now. So, oh, hey everybody, welcome to this midweek Saints. You kind of snuck up on me there. Just a little story from my youth. I hope everyone's having a good Thursday. We're all together here over on Twitch, the freest place that Lord Bezos has bestowed upon us
Lord
to enjoy
Bezos.
the Lord Bezos.
Long may his
Please be
reign.
please be bountiful with the books and the dry goods, and may my pantry overfloweth. So we are the midweek saints in a pretty interesting, good kind of mood. Got some fun, interesting sort of oddball news items for you tonight. I'm remaining mostly fucking sober because I've actually got to go see one of you go play music in a couple hours. That should be a good fun time just down the street. Yeah, local Moon Jew.
That's pretty
and
great. Pretty great.
Yeah, a little live music.
Is their band actually called the Moon Jews?
It's gonna be after tonight, I'm pretty sure.
Good, I hope so.
Yeah,
I fucking hope so.
fun.
Hope everybody out there is feeling fucking great today. I'm in a great fucking mood. Nick's in a great fucking mood. We're gonna have ourselves a hell of a good show. What have you been up to this week?
Oh, fucking writing mostly. Writing
Did
and
you have a good Valentine's Day?
it was interesting. Had to help a friend move a car, and then almost had to fight this fucking weirdo who just wouldn't fucking stop. I mean, that's always fun. The place is actually called a saloon, and so when I walk in there, I'm like, well, the whiskey's gonna be watered down, half the women are gonna be whores, and I might have to fight a motherfucker. That's why you go to saloons.
That's right.
However, in fairness too, and it's actually just sitting in my bowl right now. The first time this week that I went there, and actually there is one of our fans who
Hey, we got our we got our Skype freeze. There
but
we
I
go.
went down with my friends.
There we go.
Yep, and I went down there myself, and what did I find? Right before I even walk in, I'm finishing a cigarette with my friend, and this random dude just walks up around from the corner, and he's about to go, and he's like, oh shit, you want some of that? Hands me a blunt, right on the side of the street. I'm like, this is gonna be an all right night, I think. This is gonna work out. Yep, and then, yeah, I went in there, and somebody who was, he's either drunk or retarded or both, but it was just kind of fitting. The whole thing just made sense.
Yeah.
How about you? Heard you were off with your Valentine, none other than Fat Pat. I hope Sophane wasn't too jealous.
I don't know if Sophane got jealous or not, honestly. You know, it took a lot to get out of bed this morning, being all curled up and cuddly with Fat Pat. But you know, I made do. But no, we had a good time last night. It was pretty baller. Pat and his wife are just wonderful, lovely people, and we got wasted. And then we're gonna get wasted tonight and probably for the next 5 days. So, you know, it'll be great.
I mean, I'll say, like, you know, with the shitty news items that have been, like, flying all around us, I gotta say February has proven to be an interesting, weird fucking month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my own opinion, well, actually, most people's opinions, 2018 started out kind of rough for, it seems, everyone in different ways. And then we're entering, like, February and then on into March. We're constantly going to be hoping shit's going to get better for us in our own respective ways. But what we're going to find is that it's just going to get weirder.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a form
Super
of
weird.
better. Yeah.
Super weird.
It's totally a form of better, but yeah, it's one of those fun things where you're reminded that, like, your desires for things to go back to the ways perhaps they were not going to happen. But what's coming next, it's not going to make any fucking sense until you're looking at it in the rear view. So fucking pinkies up for fucking February, everybody.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, no, it's gonna be a ball. Let's see. We got quite a few news stories here that we're going to address. The first one, this is fucking what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Shit. I'm just making sure everything's squared up in my
Okay.
here.
All right, I'm just trying to figure out which one we're starting with too. So this first story is kind of a two-parter. Apparently Kansas is rather interesting electoral laws, but some rather discriminatory too. Byro, we hope you're watching. Galactic Bubble Productions, if you're watching, and if he's not already, somebody make sure that he sees this, because this is vital to his own sort of ideological future here.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. All right, so here we go. Our very first one, we have Kansas dog with anti-squirrel agenda cannot run for state's governor, officials say. There we go. There's the dog. His name is Angus P. Woolley. A dog can be man's best friend, but not its governor, the Kansas Secretary of State's office said. Angus P. Woolley, 3, a wire-haired Vizsla. What the fuck is a Viz? I guess that's a Vizsla.
Maybe it's not about him being a dog as much as being an unidentifiable dog type that they don't like. It's a breedist thing.
Was entered the state's gubernatorial race by his owner, Taryn Woolley, last week after he found anyone can run, the Kansas City Star reported. Woolley of Hutchinson, Kansas, told Hutchinson News he filed the paperwork to make Angus a candidate after he discovered there were no electoral rules specifying a criteria for who can run for Kansas governor. He decided to put in Angus' name after he saw a few teenagers were running for office. Okay. Basically, I was reading some stories about the young teenagers that were entering the governor's race and thought, I wonder what it takes to be in the race. I wonder if my dog Angus could run. Alright, you take over reading.
Yeah, well, that's what Woolley told KWCH. Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach's office quashed the K9's candidacy. Oh, you had fun writing that sentence, you can tell. A dog will not be allowed to file and put its name on the ballot. Brian Caskey, the director of elections for the Secretary of State's office, told Hutchinson News. Kobach is also running for governor in 2018. That's the fucking hang up, isn't it? That's the trick, isn't it, Chris? You're worried about the fucking competition. Ain't nobody come up and scratch your belly in a while, have they? Secretary of State looking motherfucker. Anyway, Kansas lawmakers are considering legislation that would change the state's requirements on who could run for office. Republican Blake Carpenter said the bill would place some requirements on who can run for governor. I'm glad to know that Kansas is just that, like, they're just not that worried about who ends up being governor. Then like, fuck it, not do it. Like, do you guys want to do a lottery next time? We could just skip the whole election shit. Wouldn't that be fun? I'm glad, I guess, a dog wasn't allowed on the ballot because it makes no sense, he told the Kansas City Star. Yes, according to you, Mr. Carpenter.
Right, this is speciesist. Like, what the fuck? Why can't a dog run for governor?
I really want to see PETA get on this shit because, it's one thing to, like, fight for the rights of animals, but to fight for the civil rights of animals is just as important. Until they have the vote, until they can run for office, this is not a free country. And also, look at Angus. He looks so happy. Now, if Angus was allowed to run, he would have promised citizens soft couches, Tempur-Pedic beds, free-for-life universal chuck-it-ball supplies, and a completely anti-squirrel agenda. This is where things get really, like, this is where your partisan politics really get, like, heated, because our friend Byro at Galactic Bubble Productions has actually he's been running his own, I guess you could call it an anti-squirrel super PAC.
He has.
By super PAC, I mean YouTube channel, but it's the same thing these days.
It's pretty much
for a while. Yeah, and look at this. I mean, now we see the influence of what are we gonna call it? The gray paw. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Fluffy little tails just swarming into politics. How much do you think the squirrels are paying Mr. Secretary of State here? What's his name again? Mr. Kobach. Mr. Kobach. If you're watching this, and I know you're a big fan, if you're watching, I want to know how much the goddamn squirrels paid you and what they promised you. This is unacceptable. Now, so what we know now is that a dog's not going to be allowed to run for governor in Kansas. Now, the odd thing, though, is that a Pennsylvania man is now the 7th teen to enter the Kansas governor's race. Apparently, those criteria are very broad in Kansas. Like, do you have a pulse? Yes. Congratulations, governor.
Well, so this is my thing. This is really where it comes down to for me. Is like on the surface level, like, oh, you can't have a dog as a governor. Well, I mean, I guess kinda. Yeah, I'm kind of with you in like broader context. Yes, but the thing is I would rather have like 2 options laid out in front of this puppy, and this puppy gets to like figure out which one it wants to like pounce on. And him make decisions for people that way, rather than being, like, part of a corrupt system that's going to be ultimately bought out by the highest bidder with special interest groups that not favors the actual citizens themselves, but instead just serve to line the pockets of people who otherwise stand to gain and benefit from it. That's my thinking on it. An arbitrary, like, set of rules dictated based on dog law is probably at least a more honest one than the one that we actually currently have. Granted, I imagine this might blow up in our faces quite a few times, but, that's why we have checks and balances in the government. I think it's a great idea.
Supposedly, anyway. Yeah, and I mean, if anything, too, this story of dear Angus and his civic virtue just compelling him to run for office and then be denied due to all of this like horrendous civil rights violations. And then also like the second part of this story. I don't. We transitioning now.
Well, the other one's not in Kansas though. The other one is in. Oh wait!
Yeah, but this,
no! Yeah! Oh God! It is! Oh shit!
That's the fun part of this.
Okay, yeah, it's up now.
Yeah, a Pennsylvania man is the 7th teen to enter the Kansas governor's race. Now, if anybody needs something to cling on to in terms of like accepting the Donald Trump presidency these days, right? If you need something to say, well, at least that's valuable, it's this classic notion that he has really proven to anybody, or apparently any species, that they can run for and attain office because nobody takes government seriously anymore. So a Pennsylvania man is the 7th teen to enter the Kansas governor's race. Hutchinson, Kansas, from the AP. The field of teenage candidates running for Kansas governor has grown to 7. The latest contender isn't even from the state. The Topeka Capital Journal reports that 18-year-old Connor Shelton, a University of Delaware student from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, was inspired to enter the race when a man launched a short-lived campaign for his dog, Angus. Fuck you, Trump. Angus is the one inspiring people now, okay? So election officials put the brakes on the dog's candidacy, but Kansas doesn't have an age or residency requirement, which lawmakers are seeking to change.
All right, so you know what? I am formally announcing my candidacy for the Kansas governorship.
I'm surprised Vermin Supreme isn't all over this by now.
I know.
Now, 6 other teens have entered the race, but Shelton is the first who isn't from Kansas. The chemical engineering major described his candidacy as an experiment of sorts.
How do I register to run as governor of Kansas?
In addition to the teens running for governor, a teen is running for Kansas Secretary of State. Oh, yeah, Chris, Mr. Kobosh, Mr. Like I'm in this pocket of a big squirrel. Fucking yeah. Now you got some teenagers coming up for your ass. They're gonna come take your job. All that worried about a Mexican taking it. Nope. Fuck, it's your own kids coming to do it. Get ready. Now, if Jeff happens to actually register to run for Kansas governor, we do very much hope that the 2 whole people in Kansas who watch this show bother to vote. Now, while he's doing this, a couple of fun little anecdotes for you guys from my own political past, and these are more fun ones. One's actually not from mine, but here in Manchester, we had a time, I can't remember when, years back, like back in the 90s, I think. A high school student had his 18th birthday, and he goes out and does the normal things, buys a pack of cigarettes, gets some porno, looks at tattoos, and then he discovers it's time to register to vote. While he's registering to vote, he notices that I think it was the education treasurer, was running unopposed. So he decided, no, actually, there was no one running for the office. That's right. So he decides to run for the office, saying, vote for me because you have no choice. Just a gaffe, a little joke.
Right.
Well, the PTA and the school board and all those people find out, and they all freak out. So they field like 4 or 5 different fucking candidates against him just to make sure that this kid doesn't win the office. But surprise, surprise. They broke up their opposition base so much that he still won anyway. Yeah, 18 years old, hadn't even graduated fucking high school yet. He's got himself a state salary going on, or a city salary, and everything.
I love
that. Was pretty good. Now in 2008, I had a similar sort of experience. I went to register to vote while working on a campaign, and I noticed that the county attorney, Marguerite Wageling, who's now a judge, was running not just unopposed, but on both the Democrat and the Republican tickets, which I found obnoxious. So I decided to launch myself a write-in campaign to become the county attorney after discovering that in the state of New Hampshire, one has to be an attorney in good standing to be county attorney, but not to win the office. So with the help of none other than Vermin Supreme, I ran in 2008 and 2010. In 2010, actually finding out that I was the victim of voter fraud, as I received more votes from a county that I didn't live in and never campaigned in than I did here, despite the 500 pledged votes that were offered to me. Now, I would make an issue of this with the state, except I don't take government seriously, and I don't take myself too seriously, so why bother with the paperwork? Although I do recall I actually did at least request the paperwork to file a complaint with the Secretary of State's office, thinking I have nothing better to do this week. Why not?
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So if anything, let the stories of Angus and Mr. Shelton from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, if not just me, inspire you to really take the reins. If you're worried about the future of this country, go and run for office and do it in the worst way possible, because who knows, you might win.
You might fucking win. You know, the thing that I gotta pitch my vote in here for Angus again, because you know he's gonna be bipartisan. He will.
Well, that's the thing. When you win the governorship, you appoint him to well, whatever appointed office there might be. I don't know, lieutenant governor even. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Angus, don't give up yet, buddy.
I hope
the cards are stacked against you, but the machine doesn't always win.
I wonder if is there like a vice governor or like deputy? No, there's a deputy governor if I'm not
Lieutenant
mistaken.
governor.
Or, yeah, whatever it is. Fuck. Master Sergeant Governor. Who the fuck cares? If Connor Shelton wins, I hope he names Angus as his deputy governor.
Now, because he is actually a teenager in college now, no less, I believe, he's probably on Twitter. So if you guys can find Connor Shelton, it doesn't even matter if it's the right one. Just encourage him on really good policies for Kansas, because I think he's got a really good shot, to be honest with you.
Hey, we gotta name this episode. So we need like
Electoral Dog Park.
Electoral Dog Park. I don't know. I was thinking like pause up for Angus. Hashtag pause up for Angus.
Pause up. Dead.
Huh?
When something's pause up, it means it's dead.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, let's not do that. Chat, let's get some suggestions. We got to get some Angus love somehow in the title of this one. Meanwhile, I'm going to read. Let's see. Here we got. Mr. Tickle Trunk gifted a sub to Radical Centrist 864. What's up? Leslie Maxwell gifted a sub to Devil King 1994. Tickle Trunk to Omni Fish. Subscriptions. Chat Mort MRM has subscribed. Thank you so much, guys. Alligator tossed a penny at my chest and said, "They're just mad that they couldn't sling mud near as well as our fine canine friend in politics." That's true.
He doesn't even look where he's doing. When he's slinging the mud, you gotta look at the dog's asshole if it's hitting you.
Norman Reedus stunt double special. Fuck off. Come on, Rhino. God damn it.
Are they still aiming down at me? Because I'm thinking my hair is a little too 70s these days to really pull that off.
I don't know. I know. Hi, I think I'm real is watching in the chat. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Hey man, how you doing? How's that haircut of yours holding up?
And your hair war, man. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Fantana's got the best teeth in the game, and I can't very well let that one janitor hold on to that line anymore. Now can I?
That's true. Bones for Angus. That's not bad. I don't know. Maybe our next news article will inspire us.
Overcoming Big Squirrel.
I want your cummies? No, I don't want your cummies, man. I'm good.
Who the fuck will even know what that episode's about when we get it posted to YouTube? Overcoming Big Squirrel. What the fuck is this about?
Fat Pat's in town, man. I'm full of cummies. I'm good. Oh, cummy burp. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. I'm not running with that joke anymore. Anyway, so let's get back into the news. Skier lost in New York doesn't know how he got to California. What the fuck?
I love this story so much. This is like something. I mean, if it was me, everyone would be like, "Oh, that makes sense." But this guy's Canadian.
He does look really confused.
I would be too if I woke up in California and couldn't account for the last 6 days of my life.
It's like one of those times where you're like hanging out with the wrong crowd, and they like, "Hey man, you should take a line of this. It's some coke." And you do it, and you're like, "That's not coke." And the next thing you know, you wake up in a fucking gazebo in another state in a clown suit, covered in very strange substances, wondering where the fuck am I, and why is my asshole so sore? It's one of those things. It happens.
You're noticing mysterious scars along your abdomen, and you're not digesting quite as well as you used to.
So I've heard.
Also, what was with all that ice in the bathtub?
Yeah. Oh, fuck me. Okay, all right. So, Jesus Christ, I gotta stop looking at the chat. It's all cummies bullshit. Anyway, Wilmington, New York. Police on Wednesday were trying to piece together how a 49-year-old skier whose disappearance sparked a massive search on a snowy New York mountainside ended up 6 days later in California, confused and still in ski clothes. Toronto firefighter Wow. Okay, this dude's name is amazing. Toronto firefighter Konstantinos Danny Philippidis His name is Konstantinos Philippidis.
Well, they call him Danny for short, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Obvious reasons.
You seen Constantinople? Danny, you seen Danny? Oh yeah, he's right over there. They're like, what the fuck, dude?
It'd be funny too if like nobody, if he doesn't respond to Danny, everyone calls him that because no one wants to say Konstantinos or Konstantinos or Tino's pizza rolls.
Yeah.
I got all these pizza rolls. Send me a message and I'll mail you some.
Told investigators he didn't know what happened after he was reported missing Wednesday, February 7th from Whiteface Mountain. That's racist. During an annual during an annual ski trip with colleagues. The search ended Tuesday when Philippidis turned up in Sacramento, California, some 2,500 miles west of the Adirondacks. I mean, with a name like Konstantinos Philippidis.
Filipinos.
He's good at flying a helicopter. I don't know.
Human centipedis.
At this point, we want to assist Danny in getting back the last 6 days of his life. The New York State Police, Major John Tibbetts. Philippidis was heading back to the Lake Placid, New York area on Wednesday. Tibbetts said the firefighter had agreed to be interviewed by state police, but that he's not aware that Philippidis broke any laws. Jesus, here's another fucking crazy name.
Yeah.
Frank Ramagnano. What the fuck is with these names?
Canadian firefighters, man. They just like, when they're young boys, they see these insanely long names printed on jackets, and they're like, I want that one day. Jesus. Like, what's your last name? Jones. Sorry, we're full up on Joneses around here.
How about
what's your last? Ramagnano. Like,
what the fuck?
Vander Swick Hey, yeah. You got do you know how to fire? Fuck it. Doesn't even matter. Come on.
Maybe the dude got lost in the maze that is his own name. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. That's all right, multi-fire.
No. Now this Frank there, let's just go with Frank. This president of the Toronto Professional Firefighter Association told reporters at a news conference Tuesday that Philippidis appeared to be confused and was unable to give direct answers.
You don't say.
Really, it's a very complicated way of saying hungover and embarrassed. The thing is like, so like sometimes, here's the problem. Sometimes when you travel, right, your GPS locator on your phone gets a little confused. So you open up Tinder so you can cheat on your spouse while you're skiing in New York. All of a sudden, this little like Filipino trap from the West Coast catches your eye. You hit the Goldschlager a little too hard, buy a bus ticket, and then I don't know what happened. So this is kind of that's my theory on this. That or he was probed by moon people for a week.
Maybe. Moon Jews. He had phoned his wife and called her by a nickname. She quickly recognized the voice and that it was him. Ramagnano said. Then they lost contact and he contacted her again, and they kept him on the phone and asked him to call 911 to get him help as soon as possible. Philippidis told deputies he remembered little, but he thought he'd suffered a head injury, rode in a big rig style truck, and slept a lot. Sergeant Sean Hampton of the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department told the Post-Standard of Syracuse. Philippidis said he bought an iPhone to call his wife and told deputies that a truck dropped him off in downtown Sacramento, where he got a haircut, Hampton said. What the fuck? Well, you see, I banged my head, eh? I banged my head, and then next thing I know, I was in a truck, eh? And they dropped me off in Sacramento, and the first thing I thought was, it's time to get a haircut.
I think I've really got some split ends here, I got like a lot of split ends, so before I go back and explain to my wife why I crossed the entire fucking continent, and now I also, I don't have any recollection, honey, we need to go get tested, by the way. No, I mean, honestly, like,
for that ride.
This sounds like one of the most elaborate excuses as to like where the HPV came from. Sorry,
Yeah.
But yeah, all of a sudden he gets off the bus, he's like, man, I don't know where I am. I need a haircut. I'm gonna go buy some shoes.
Yeah. Tibbetts said it's too early in the missing person investigation to comment on details provided from others. He also declined to estimate the cost of the 6-day search, which involved a helicopter and up to 140 people a day, some combing the snow with hands. Holy shit. Police distributed a picture of Philippidus taken in California on Tuesday, hoping
Stop
people
the ass kissing with you.
who could recognize him can help solve the mystery. He wants to find out where he was as badly as we want to find out where he was, Tibbet said. I don't think you do. I don't.
I'm dreadfully curious. It's like, hey, we're gonna figure it out by like a mystery video on Pornhub one of these days. Wait a second, isn't that Tostino's guy we were talking about on Saints the other week? Holy shit, it is! Wow, look at that. So many. I don't know, Icelandic prostitutes. I can't imagine what he's into.
They distribute a picture, and some weird ass kinky twink dude like picks it up. He's like, "Isn't this guy we used as a cum dumpster for like 2 days on the road?"
No,
I think it is. Oh shit!
Prince of Queens is gonna have a really awkward confession to make in a future video up here.
Not every gay person is Prince of Queens. God damn it!
As far as I'm concerned, they are.
Although I will say Prince of Queens is my gay spirit animal. He absolutely. I can't do it. I can't be that. But part of me wishes I could, and so I live vicariously through Prince of Queens' epic gayness. And he's fabulous.
Is this sort of like, and is this sort of the same thing? Like we get two back, and all of a sudden I see you tweeting about what was that horrifying fur thing you found?
Oh fuck, dude, I can't even remember which one.
Furcadia or something.
Oh, Furcadia, yeah. Oh, do you know what Furcadia is?
No, wait, isn't that I think I remember watching Bro Team Pill stream a game that was that, wasn't it?
They might have. So Furcadia was an isometric furry social RPG. It was like a really early MMORPG. There was no systems or anything. But you had like a little avatar. If you wanted to, you could pay some money and get like wings or dragon tails and shit like that. But you'd have like this little furry avatar, and there was really shit animations, but you could make your own art for it, which was kind of cool. And you could design your own dreams, which were like your house or some building that you made and that sort of thing. And my first girlfriend I ever had was super into anime and super into furry stuff. And so she found it, and she's like, "We have to play this, it's amazing." And much like anything else that you find that ends up having like a furry element, chock full of people just fucking each other's brains out like crazy. But this was actually kind of sad because you had these just static representations on this grid of these furry characters, and they're typing in chat in like barely English, this just awful cyber sex in public, and it was just fucking disgusting. And awesome, but disgusting. But hilarious. It was pretty good.
Well, I mean, anybody who's remotely familiar with Second Life knows that's the way all of these. Like, if you get an MMO where there's something other than, you know, combat or something like that, I mean, questing or some shit, it's just gonna be a fucking free for all.
Okay.
Okay. A friend of mine actually made over 10 grand over his career with Second Life, just making horse cocks for people.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh, yeah. You still, to this day, you can still make money on Second Life doing that kind of shit. That's the only thing that actually has a market on it anymore, is just people being, like, sleazy and fucking each other. But I've had this idea for a while. I'm going to share this with you guys, because I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to it or not, but it's funny. So I'm going to share my screen with you really quick here, Nick, so you can see what I'm talking about. Do this to here. Okay, so I had this idea a while back. A friend of mine, one of my patrons, and a dear friend, he's a great dude, sent me this website. It's called the Christian Furry Fellowship, right? So, what is the Christian Furry Fellowship? We are a group of Christian furries and fans who have assembled together to worship God and encourage one another. So what's a furry? Explains Furry. How does that apply here? We tend to portray ourselves online as various furry characters of our own creation. It helps us define ourselves and personality to others, gives us a mental image from which to visualize the chat rooms as a church that characters can be in. And also, we just find it fun. Who doesn't like pretending that there's something else? How does furry factor into spirituality? It doesn't really. We're just Christians that like that sort of thing. It's the same as if you found a Korean church in America.
Oh, sorry. I mean, just a fucking wasted opportunity there. Like, you know, well, we believe God gave us all the fucking plants and animals on Earth for our use. We are His chosen species, and now we're deciding to dress up like them and use each other.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I've had this idea for a while, and I've been wanting to do it, but I have yet to be able to bring myself to actually log into Second Life. But I really, really want to.
You want to start a fucking Christian furry church in Second Life, don't you?
What I want to do is I want to make a furry avatar on Second Life, make him dressed very conservatively, and even get like a Book of Mormon or something in his hand, and go to all the sex sims in Second Life where all the furries are fucking, and like while they're banging over voice chat, try and proselytize them about the good word about Jesus Christ. I've been wanting to do this forever. But I've had this tab open in my Chrome for probably like 4 or 5 months now, just being like, why aren't you doing this yet? But
you go in there and all of a sudden, like as soon as you mention the blood of the lamb, half of the room like runs out, all freaked out. Like, wait a second, hang on, we're not otherkin, we're just furries. We're not that bad.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it'd be great. I mean, I'd have to mosaic. And like,
it could be interesting, honestly.
Shit.
Like if I got Second Life too, it could be kind of interesting just to do a Saints game. Like we invade Second Life.
We can't stream it though.
Huh?
We can't stream that though.
Oh, you can't, can you?
No, but we could record ourselves doing it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we're going to tour the ruins of Second Life. Dicks everywhere. Why are there dicks everywhere?
It'll take me like a week and a half to like fucking mosaic out all of the fucking around us while we're like, hey brother, have you heard the good news? I don't mean to interrupt your copulation. You're obviously married and trying to breed a child of Christ, but could I talk to you about the good news? You know, it'd be great. It'd be fucking awesome.
It's just fucking. Okay, we're gonna put a tack in that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna come back around, re-examine it. I think after a while, I think it's got some legs, maybe 4, maybe it's a centipede. I don't fucking know. That's kind of furry. That's Fursona. I want to see happen someday. Fucking identify as a goddamn centipede, and all lonely and shit. That'd be
Fucking Jesus Christ. You can stream it on set. I don't know
what
what
their centipedes aren't even furry, someone will say, and I'll say furries aren't even animals.
That's true, technically.
As long as you consistently come back to square one, everything is fine.
Right.
I am not nearly high enough for this conversation.
As long as we can. But isn't that a good idea, though? I really like this idea. I love the idea. You
have a very interesting definition of the term "good idea." But...
It's fucking great. It's fucking great. You get to play the total straight man, like while everybody else is fucking around you, and you're like trying to ask them about Jesus. It'd be so awesome.
Walk up with a skin that's like a giraffe and in bondage gear with like a collar on. It's just like I'm sorry to interrupt your good time, brothers and sisters. However, the Lord is calling. He's calling you right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you just need to pick up on that call waiting.
That's right.
Because it's Jesus calling, and I can see you got some blood of the lamb on you already. That's lovely. So it's twice I made a blood of the lamb joke. How good? How much can I milk this?
Somebody's asking what furry species is Jesus. That's a good question. What is Jesus's persona?
Well, clearly, Son of God.
Well, that's not an animal.
It was an animal. There was one of them.
What was it?
And it was Jesus.
That's not an animal. No, I'm thinking. Okay, so like, okay.
I don't know. I heard he was quite an
animal. It can't be a lamb.
Some of those Mary Magdalene said some shit.
I got it. So it can't be a predator necessarily. It could be an omnivore, but it can't be a predator.
It's an otter, isn't he?
No. But he's supposed to protect the sheep. God's a dog. Jesus is a dog.
He's a little border collie.
Yeah, or like a blue heeler or something. Like Jesus is a dog.
Our good boy who art in heaven. Good boy be his name.
Our biscuits come. The pets will be done.
Our biscuits come. The ball be done. No. Yeah, we'll work on this. Honestly, yeah. I don't know. I think there's a bright future in for Christianity in the furry fandom.
think so too.
It's dropping off everywhere else, and it's kind of like they say you got to diversify your bonds. I think it's what the Catholics, if they're smart, it's gonna be. They already dress up in funny costumes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think we found Jesus. I think we fucking found Jesus, guys. I think we found Jesus.
Was Jesus anti-squirrel though?
Squirrels are obviously the spawn of Satan. Angus P. Woolley is Jesus reincarnated. Holy freaking fucking dog shit.
Oh, you can kind of see it in the red and blue image that burned into somebody's toast. You can see right there.
That is Jesus. We fucking
Holy
found
shit, actually,
Jesus.
Zoom in on his eyes. Look at how sincere this dog's eyes are. He really, wow. Okay, I mean, I once was lost, but now I'm found. Good boy. Good boy.
Wow, what the fuck?
Seriously though, I hadn't even noticed. No, that dog's got some seriously fucking compassionate, but steely eyes going on. Like he's not for one thing amused by the Secretary of State's decision.
They say if you stare into the eyes of Angus P. Woolley for too long, he will cure your cancer. It's true. It's totally true.
It's why it's still not allowed to vote or anything, though.
What the fuck is wrong with Kansas? They're turning down literally Jesus to run for the governor. What the fuck is going on?
Well, I think the problem there is there's another guy on the ballot whose name is Jesus. He's 17, and the state's kind of worried. Yeah, well, the state's kind of worried about his lineage because it is Kansas.
I'm so happy that we finally found Jesus. It took a while. It really honestly did.
I just wish he was my dog, though. The more I look at him, he looks like such a good boy.
He does look like a really good boy.
He was almost governor of Kansas. I mean, that's more accomplished than I'll ever be.
Jesus would run and get help if you had a stroke.
That's true. Yeah. And if you fell down a well, though, you got to keep in mind, this is Kansas Jesus. This is Kansas dog Jesus. So he would eventually bring you help, but he'd want you to hang out down there for a little bit to think about what a dumbass you were to get down there in the first place.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, because this is we were talking about a Jesus, and we were talking about a good boy who is as much about compassion for the species as he is, self-reliance and learning your lessons, dumbass. And that's why he'll never be in politics.
It's more evidence right there.
Oh shit! Is there a dog's taint?
Yeah. The grundle, the funky foam bridge, yeah, that's right.
Somebody found Jesus in their dog's grundle, and Jesus was there just to ask him, "Why are you looking here so hard?"
You know what's really funny? Technoax had he made a gospel song, a fucking gospel song, and I was listening to it. I was like, this is really good. There's no reason for us to have gospel music on the Saints. Well, I think we do now.
Should we wait a second? Does this mean we're going to title this episode "Jesus Was a Good Boy"?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. There we go. There we go. We got it.
I think I feel a hymnal coming on. Honestly, one of those Jesus was a good boy. Don't got any more fucking lyrics yet. I'll get there. I'm gonna blow the roof off of a few mega churches with that shit. Because honestly, that's the thing too. There's one thing. Christians, they adore, they love going to church and shit, but what does everyone love more than going to church? Playing with a dog.
Anal?
Playing with it. What'd you say?
Nothing. Don't worry.
Porn?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Anal.
It's fine.
Is that what you said?
No, it's fine.
Goats. That's Islamic.
Why isn't this fucking updating? Jesus.
Multicultural show here.
Good boy.
Friendly Saint Pooch sniff and lick. There you go, Omnifish.
Hey, we're number 4 on talk shows right now.
God, that must be a really slow night on the internet.
So to let everybody know, though, if you would like to be part of the show, if you're new to watching our midweek stream, we have a link to our Discord. It's on the page. Go ahead and hop in there. Go to the waiting room. And wait just here in a few minutes. We're gonna be rolling randomly, and whoever wants to come onto the show, shoot the shit with us, hang out with us. It's Thursday. It's midweek. We're just fucking around. We're just having a good time. You can come and fuck around with us, or come and fuck us.
That's a patron bonus.
Oh yeah, that's right. We don't have a Patreon.
I do.
That's true. That's true. Dude, I'm pretty sure if you actually made that a Patreon bonus reward, like, you can come fuck me, I'm pretty sure you might get booted from Patreon.
Oh, I was thinking all of a sudden you were expecting to have a massive ass influx of new patrons all of a sudden. Oh no, I'll get booted from Patreon. It's like, why? It's like, is this? We're pretty sure this is what this is not the Silk Road, okay? So,
Technically, prostitution.
We do not traffic in YouTuber boy pussy, okay? Why not?
I do.
That's a really good question, actually. Why don't we?
Okay, so Real Life Gimli says Canadian Greeks in regards to our lost firefighter friend. Indeed, sir. Biddy's Craig hasn't.
I didn't make a single fucking Odyssey joke.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Wasted opportunities. I gotta stop being sober.
1,000 bits. Roses are red. Cummies are delicious. Here is bits for a death shot. That's $10. That's $10 towards a death shot. 40 more, and I'm fucked. I have to take a death shot. Let's see. Crimson Drummer hosted us. Thank you very much, buddy. Dionysus Kiss. Subscribe. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. Juggalo Brony Furry that has a Sonic the Hedgehog tramp stamp tattoo. Oh my. Oh dear.
But does he know our Lord, Angus Christ?
Angus P. Good Boy. Angus P. Whatever.
Angus P. Good Boy Jesus Christ.
Yes, that's right.
Jesus Good Boy Angus Christ. Yes.
That's good. Yeah. Leslie Maxwell.
That sounds like a sandwich.
Leslie gifted a sub to Feldy. Thank you very much, buddy. And I, the Coachy, subscribe. Thank you very much. Welcome. You're all saints now. Jesus fucking Christ. This is what a fucking whirlwind of news, man. Like, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's fucking, it's kind of shit out there, everybody. We all know this kind of shit out there.
Totally terrible.
We'll get to the serious news shit on Sunday. But again, this is Thursday. This is for, like, kicking back and, like, realizing it's almost Friday, which means something to some of you, I imagine.
Right.
Yeah. So we're just gonna get you right through the end of the week. It's like you made it over hump day. Congratulations. Ah, fuck, there's this Thursday thing here. We'll just go fuck around on YouTube, Saints, and listen to dogs running for Jesus.
Right. That's right. Why not? Fuck it. All right. So
you know what? Yeah, we actually. You know what? Here's the thing. Yeah, Angus, Mr. Woolley, sir, you may have not become Kansas governor, but here on the Saints tonight, you have been elected to the eternal position of Lord and Savior. Redeemer of our sins. So hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, so let's do this. Let's do some rolling. For our first bit of rolling here, we've got 14 people in the waiting room. So let's crank this up to 14. Generate. Hey, that's pretty easy.
Dominus Deus Angus Christus. Angus Christus. Well, see, no, we've already had like the split of the Brocialists and the Lesser Saints, and now we're probably going to have some weird dog-oriented Christian offshoot soon.
That would be interesting. So. I tried to actually make one at one point, but it didn't work. They're just like, yeah, no.
Tried really hard to make a dog-oriented religion, but for some reason didn't take.
Snack Beats. Snack Beats is the first person up on this midweek Saints. What's going up, Snack? Going up? What's going on? What's going down? Who's going down? Who's going down?
Fucking, that's serious. That's a dog star right there.
Something going down?
Push to talk. Sorry.
Hey.
There we go. I started talking. Hey. All right. I knew it was going to happen. It's fate. I knew it today.
Excellent.
Praising.
How are you guys doing? Fantastic to be back on.
Hell yeah. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. How you doing?
Great. It was interesting. We were talking in the Discord slightly before this because they were saying, oh, it'd be interesting if Snack got in today because I don't know if you guys covered it. I missed a little part of the show. I don't know if you guys covered there was another big shooting.
Yeah,
which is like, you know, now to bring everything way down.
Oh no, so we're gonna cover it more in depth on Sunday, but we didn't even bring it up in the news items. But
okay,
yeah.
But yeah,
wait,
so
you meant the one that we already know about. There wasn't like a secondary one. Like...
I mean, hey, it's like the new normal in the U.S. now, so there could have been. Who knows? Anyways, so my brother goes to school in Florida, and one of his friends was actually at the shooting and sent my brother who sent me like the unedited raw videos
Oh shit.
of that,
Oh.
and we had posted them in the they're in the Discord, but they're buried now.
Yeah.
But I was like, you guys, you probably can't play that on the show, so
No, we can't play it on the show.
I'll have to go and give that a watch.
Yeah.
For
No,
some reason.
I saw those in the Not Safe for Work channel and whatnot, and I have it pulled up. It's definitely something that we can't really play on the air. Until I look at it first. But that's wild. Is your friend okay?
Yeah. Oh, it was my brother's friend, but yeah,
Okay.
I think he's okay. He's probably fine. The videos are just pretty intense. I mean, one of them, often when you get the active shooter videos, it's like some shaky cam video of like a sidewalk, and then you hear like little pitter patters in the distance, like pew, 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 pew.
Right.
But no, this is like, I mean, the guy's shooting an AR right outside the door, and it's fucking intense. Holy shit! And then the other one has, I think, like there's like 3 bodies in the first one. Pretty graphic stuff, actually.
Ooh. Man.
But
This
just
is
another day in the U.S.
Well, okay, so we can take, we could take the issue of like the frequency of mass shootings and such, and that's a huge issue on its own. But I mean, I've never actually really stopped to consider how, like, sort of the reporting on it is. We live at a time where cameras are literally everywhere at all times. I am like, if I want like a private moment, I will actually be like, unplug webcam, okay. Put phones in anything, and like I have a reading device and it's got a fucking camera on it. But because of that, when you have these insane events happen, like mass shootings, you get these it's not eyewitness accounts, you get eyewitness recollection from this digital eyewitness that's there, because someone's always going to record, because that's like our new instinct. It's not fight or flight, it's fight or flight or film.
Right.
Yeah. They can never get as good of a video that you want, though. You always want that, like, you want something like framed. They should, in school, they should teach a class on like how to hold your camera steady. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
It would help with police investigations and stuff. That'd be such a useful course.
Well, that's new home ec. In fact, I imagine there's probably it's probably going to become like, I might even just run for education commissioner here myself, just so I can see to it that course gets in, so that people learn when you're trying to film things to film it in fucking landscape.
Oh my God, seriously.
Not portrait, landscape.
They should.
Right.
If you have a video that goes viral, like portrait mode, you should maybe have to you should be fined. Yeah. I don't know. We have to figure out how that would work.
If you're doing this, when I see people doing this, I'm like, you are a sign of the times. When I see people doing this, I'm like, you're serious about getting this. Ooh, look at you go, Tim Pool. Yeah. It's like
Tim has like an actual cam. He has a little GoPro on a stick.
Oh no!
Yeah, he has a real camera.
Yeah, cool. I mean, he also, thankfully, for the most part, knows how to use it, which is nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I've actually, because I've got my own GoPro, and you can you can Bluetooth it to phones, right? So I always kind of wondered. I see people with those like GoPros on sticks. I got to wonder, are they like monitoring the shot from their phone? Because that's, that sounds way too professional for me.
Are they? I don't know.
If anybody's ever seen my live streams when I'm out in public, I have no idea how that works.
Well, when I first started getting, when I first got started doing YouTube, I actually recorded most of my shit with a GoPro, and I would totally balance my phone on my tripod, and it would be Bluetooth, so I could see like what the camera was seeing. But it was shoddy ass technology. I had an old ass GoPro trying to do it. It was awful.
Have you guys know the streamer Ice Poseidon? Of course, I'm assuming. Maybe not. Okay.
I don't think so.
So on Twitch, there's the big IRL section, which is a controversial section, to say the least.
Oh yeah.
So Ice Poseidon was a big streamer who kind of took that side over, and it was really, really big. He would get 10K viewers and stuff, but he would do stuff out in public, and he'd go around and he'd like hit on people and fuck with people and stuff. And
okay,
he ended up getting banned, I think, for some sort of like bomb threat, something like that.
Charming. That's
great. Well, because I mean, if you're IRL streaming, like, and you have a fuck ton of viewers, people try to fuck with you. They like will look at your video and see where you are, and then they, like, he was in an airport and somebody called in a bomb threat, which is, I mean,
somebody called one in on him.
Yeah, no, he didn't call it. That'd be insane. But but if you check out their setup, I never fully understood how they set it up, because they have a chat going, and they have, I think he would maybe wear a GoPro on his head.
Okay.
And so you have to somehow monitor. I always wondered, like, how do people do that sort of live stream setup?
Yeah, that's wild.
You know, you have a one phone just for the chat, probably another phone maybe to monitor what your video looks like, and then hopefully you get service.
That shit terrifies me, though. The fact that, I mean, like, because it's not just establishing a norm of, hey, film literally everything you do,
Right.
Which is terrifying on so many levels on its own. But it's also like, okay, not only are people gonna make money doing that, but it's like kind of gonna, you know, it's just like Jackass kids immediately jumped in.
That's
there.
exactly what it is. Yeah, no, they would go around and do stupid shit.
Well, yeah, instead of that now, I mean, even if it's not them doing stupid shit, it's them making sure that everything they do needs to be filmed.
Right.
Like,
I feel like we're already way past that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I keep stealing this joke, but I love it. It's Russell something or other. I can't remember. No, it wasn't Brand. It was another British comic. And he said,
Crow.
like...
I don't know.
Yeah. Russell Howard. Yeah, and he said that 1 out of 3 kids films their loss of their virginity now. And
no way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know, or it might be 1 out of 3, 1 out of 5, something like that. But they're doing that. They're doing that all over the place. And he just asks, he's like, who in the fuck is that confident losing their virginity?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would totally watch that stream. Holy fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like you get the lights set up, and then you got the camera
okay?
rolling, and it's like bang, bang, and I'm done.
Oh God. My first time, I lasted 7 minutes, and I was proud.
Leslie Maxwell says it's Russell Howard. My first time.
Russell Howard, yeah.
My first time, I couldn't get off. I couldn't get off because I was so confused by the whole thing. Oh yeah, yeah.
So confused, like which hole?
Well, no, because like I was nervous as fuck. I was 16 years old, and I got this much older woman on top of me. I think she was 22. I was 16, she was 22, and
wow,
I didn't have any
predator.
I didn't have any problem like performing. Like I stayed rigid, but I just kind of like laid there while she was on top of me, and I'm like, and she had big titties too. So I kept thinking to myself like, am I allowed to touch the boobs? I don't know if I
do I have to pay extra for that?
I know. So, well, I mean, like, she just wanted to bang my brains out. It was really weird. I was at this fucking punk house. She was drunk. I was drunk as fuck. And like, I settled on holding her knees.
Almost boobs.
Yeah,
almost.
And like, we just kind of, we kind of went at it for like 20 minutes, and then she's like, I don't know if this is really gonna get anywhere. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. And she's like, that's okay. Let's just pass out. And I was like, okay, fine.
That's funny.
Out.
Hey,
next morning I woke
feel
up.
I feel like
I did much
not being able to bust and just lasting too long is probably better than premature, though. Because like, I mean, it's not as good for you, but I mean, at least you might get a repeat customer. She might come back because you can do some damage to her.
I can attest to that. That was my youth primarily.
Okay.
Yeah. I have that problem much more than the premature problem.
I don't feel too bad either, you guys, because I lost mine to a fucking hooker. Yeah. Georgia.
Really?
Did you really?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it was in the army, and I was a virgin. I was a virgin in the army. We get our weekend of leave between the basic portion and the ITB AIT stuff. Okay. And this weekend we're allowed to go into Columbus, Georgia. And it happened to everyone apparently. As soon as you get into the fucking cab, they're driving you out of the base into the city, right? And they're like, whatever you need, boys, whatever you need. You need some smoke, some dope, some coke, some woman. What do you want? I got it all, man. I can take my car. Just give me a call. And some of my platoon mates sent a lady of the night down to my room.
Well, that's nice of them,
No, yeah, you're not allowed to be a goddamn virgin in the fucking military, man. Kidding me?
Yeah.
They'll sort you right out. My fucking drill instructor, my senior drill instructor, came up with me on the chow hall like that next Monday or Tuesday after we got back, and he comes up and I feel this hulking man like watching me eat, and I'm like, I better be doing this right. And he's like, you fucked for the first time this weekend? I'm like, yes, drill sergeant. He's like, with a hooker? I'm like, yes, drill sergeant. And he's like, did you wrap it up? I'm like, yes, I did, drill sergeant. And he's like, oh, okay. It's like we got another guy who did that, and it sounds as though it didn't work out.
See,
and he gave. I mean, he legit. He was like, congratulations, and he gave me like an extra like 2 minutes to eat my breakfast. And
I'll go fuck a hooker every night. Jesus.
dude, I mean, Full Metal Jacket wouldn't have ended so poorly if they had done that.
Hey, there you go. It's true. It's true.
Like, let's be real. So many problems would be solved if just a lot of dudes got laid more. Dude, the shooting, if that guy got laid, he got laid that morning, he probably would have been like, I'm too tired to go shoot up the school.
if people in general, if more people could just get high and laid on a regular basis, wouldn't have as many problems.
Yeah, I think, like psychedelic experiences at least once are like basically mandatory.
It's weird.
And welcome to Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, everyone. I am your host,
Yes.
Wizard of Cause.
Yes.
I will be high as fuck very soon. I hope you will be too, guys. The Great Weed Channel, guys. We're just gonna become a weed channel, Jeff. Fuck it. We just gotta do this.
Yeah, let's just become weird.
Yeah.
We're gonna give it
guys,
up. We're just gonna give it up.
This is a
Commentary
Nick-
is dead.
Nick
Weed
420.
channels are the
All
future.
right.
So that indicates, well, Snack Beats, other than regaling us to the story of you losing your cherry, you got anything to promote? Anything chill?
anything to promote.
Anything you're proud-
Not really. I mean, I'm
anything
Snack
you're proud
Beats.
of that.
I don't know. I'm Snack Beats. I have a YouTube channel.
There we go.
And I do music and everything, and I'm just one of the people from the Discord that hangs out there.
Hell yeah, man. DM me.
I don't know.
DM me your YouTube channel link. All right.
Oh, for sure. I did want to ask, what's sort of what's it looking like this year for VidCon? Because I don't know if there's as much cohesiveness in the community as there was last year at this point. And so, because I'm in the area. I'm in
There
LA,
will be
but
more
I'm still
than
gonna
one-
go, but
there
I'm
will-
wondering, I'm like,
there
fuck, is
will-
anybody gonna go anymore?
There will be more than one party this time.
No. Like, look, so VidCon is still gonna happen. Lots of people are gonna go to VidCon. Lots of the same people that all went to VidCon that went there together last year are all gonna be going there together again this year. And we'll be there, and we will have a lot of fun. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
And
Cool.
should be
It's gonna
told,
like
last time there were
us and
plenty of
Billy
people.
the Fridge and Andy Worski and Mike Enoch all hanging out, like
Yeah, probably not gonna happen.
yeah. See, all right.
Yep.
Oh well,
Oh well, is what
Still
it
be
is.
good ass. It'll be some good ass parties. Also,
it'll
keep
still
in
be
mind,
fun.
well, keep in mind too, if nothing else, like last year, right, with the whole group of people who were there were still plenty of people who didn't like each other.
Oh yeah.
People
No,
just
it's
don't.
true,
People
I
just don't
guess.
like each other. Yeah, but I mean, it's everyone there's gonna have a good time because everyone there had a good time last time. Have
Oh,
another
yeah.
good time. Get really loaded. Hopefully, everyone this time is present of mind. Has the presence of mind to go for delicious Airbnbs like Mr. Bunty King was wise enough to do.
Yeah.
My goal this
As
is
a
Those hotels sucked.
Yeah.
Those are
The
The
convention
Airbnb
center
seems
hotels.
sick.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were pretty nuts. All right, man. We'll talk to you again soon. All right.
Yeah. Hopefully we get to all hang out at one of those parties there. As a non-creator, probably won't get invited, but
Well,
whatever.
so that was the
I'll
thing,
just
though.
cry.
That was the thing, though. Like, on Saturday night, I didn't go to any of the creator parties. I grabbed some viewers and I went to a strip club because I didn't... I wanted to hang out with my viewers one night, and I'll do that again this year. So, fuck it, man. Just,
Sure. Why not? Fuck
Save
it.
save your loose singles. We'll talk to you again soon, buddy, all right?
All right.
All right, bye.
Love you.
Love you! All right, so anyway,
I don't go to enough strip clubs to warrant it. Sorry, I was just thinking, why don't I keep my quarters for laundry? Why don't I keep my singles for strippers? But then I'm like, wait a second, I know too many strippers.
you know what my goal is for this year's VidCon?
Strippers?
I should not call somebody with over 500,000 subscribers a racial slur. I'm gonna try not to do that this year.
And I'll probably try and live up to my reputation of calling one of them a cunt just because I felt like it.
Do you ever wonder how long it's gonna take before people start realizing that you and I don't give a fuck? Like, when is that gonna happen?
I hope it's already kind of occurred to people at this point. I mean, look at this.
hasn't.
I
It
come on the show
hasn't.
practically. No, I come on the show dressed like a bad Peaky Blinders impression of Han Solo with 1970s hair, and I call people I don't like cunts. And I make jokes about shit, and then I like go into the internet and find out about dogs running for governor in Kansas. Do I seem like I take my shit altogether too seriously? I hope not. I will endeavor to make it more
literally
obvious.
have internet infamous tattooed on my chest. Like, how fucking seriously do you think I give any of this shit? I fucking swear to God, dude. I cannot
But
even
still,
remember.
I will say, I mean, I called him a. Well, here's the funny thing. Like, I called him a cunt because of that whole episode because of what it sounded like. And then afterwards, everyone's like, do you take that back now that things turned out to be different? It's like, no, that was a statement made in earnest on its own.
Oh, you mean back during VidCon? Yeah,
During VidCon. But at the same time, though, I mean, and to his credit, and honestly, like, hats off to him if I could wear one. Afterwards, like, when we were kind of coming around to the notion and perspective that the people that we were doing these fucking lame response videos to, for instance, were people.
Yeah.
Usually just people with stupid ideas at the worst. We're not talking about, like, poop cultists, but.
Yeah.
But I mean, we came out with this idea, and even Greg was kind enough to say, we don't all like each other. I'm like, that's true. He's like, but we should respect each other. I'm like, that is also true.
Yeah.
So
It's always so difficult when somebody
and then
that
we
you
all
don't
forgot
like...
our lessons and we went back to doing the shit we always did.
No, that's true. It's always so funny when somebody that you don't like says something like extremely wise and you're like, yeah, but fuck. Yeah.
Hitler was a pretty good painter, right?
Yeah. I mean,
what can you do?
And he liked dogs. Anyway, so like let's not dwell on that.
Yeah, let's
anyway,
get
so
somebody else. Everybody praise Angus.
Praise Angus, everybody. Praise
Angus and hallelujah, good boys all around for all of you. You're all good boys, and even the girls, you're good boys. Everyone's a good boy.
Everybody's a good boy. We're all good boys now.
It's gonna be like this is gonna be like one of the few times in which I have somebody from like the Discord or something tell me this kind of thing, and I'll know where it came from because I'm still out of I lost the plot on the pinkies up thing, to be honest with you.
I don't even remember why we started that. I can't.
No,
I don't know.
or
Whatever.
how.
It's great though. Just run with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh shit. Uh oh. We're pulling in Mr. Jables Boogley.
Mr. Jables Boogley is
Oh shit! Hold on, let me mute the stream real quick.
One of the hosts of the Lesser Saints of Discord, Mr. Jables Boogley.
Yeah, how's it going, guys?
It's going fantastic. I'm feeling just wild and free. I'm gonna have to eat a lot of food though after the stream because Pat and his wife are coming over and I need to sober up to be able to compete. Fuck.
Yeah, if anybody, and if you guys really want to too, you can once we get the wiki up, you can mark this as I don't know how many times, but this is one of the times in which Jeff is drunk and I am not.
I'm not drunk yet, but I.
Well, then what are you waiting for?
Whoa, guys, hold on. There's already a wiki.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't know about that?
No.
I think Anna Hada started it.
Oh,
Or
no shit.
maybe yeah, it's been up for like months now.
Oh shit. What the fuck? I didn't even know about that.
I'm on top of shit these days, I'll tell you.
Okay, so I wanted to mention this. I want to mention this because this is driving me fucking crazy right now, and has been for a while. So I have a website, jeffholiday.com, and I use because I just didn't really know what the fuck I was doing because it's been so long since I made a website. I like signed up through Weebly.com to make the website, you know.
Gross.
And then and so like I wrote them an email 4 weeks ago being like, hey, I've got this other URL that I want to make a website on and it's all about the Saints to like move us into like the next iteration. Can I do that through the same account? Now, I don't know what kind of mental fucking midgets they got running over at Weebly's fucking customer support, but that motherfucker wrote me back like 7 times. It was always broken ass English. He had no idea what I was talking about. I'm like, fuck, dude, it is so easy.
Well, okay, so here's your problem. It's called Weebly.
Right.
That's problem number 1. Yeah, I don't know how to help you. Squarespace.com.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, Keanu Reeves likes Squarespace. Maybe we should go with Squarespace instead. Fuck it.
I told you I have a guy, Jeff.
I know you got a guy, but
you know the guy.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
What? Okay, no, we do. We do have a guy actually. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, I told you that. Like,
okay.
A handful of times. A weird German dude.
Yeah, he's weird.
He's a good guy.
He's very
I like
German.
him.
Oh,
Very
and everybody, like listening right now, don't mention me when I'm on air.
Are they
rude.
doing? You're
like,
fake
I'm
news.
the one. Listen. This is my moment in the spotlight, right? Don't make it about you trying to notice me in the spotlight, okay? That shit's just that's some fucking disrespectful shit right there. We can't have that.
No, it was just somebody. I'm fake news now. All right, it wasn't Anna, but somebody started a wiki already.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. No, but like once we do have like the website up and going, like it'd be cool to transfer like the wiki over to it, and whoever started it can like administrate it and shit like that or whatever. I don't give a fuck, but that would be pretty baller. I'd like to consolidate everything into like one big thing. Because
that'd be cool.
It would be so fucking like good and awesome if people could just, instead of having to like make sure they're at the Twitch channel or at the fucking like YouTube channel, if we're live and it just fucking like shows up on the website. That'd be perfect. That'd be great.
Yeah, just include the pre-show in on that too.
Yeah, fuck yeah, of course. Yeah,
My God, I might actually have to start writing jokes ahead of time.
Maybe. I mean,
sounding all professional and shit.
Want to get serious about it? Whatever.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Jables, you've been watching the show long enough. Now, I've been noticing it's at least felt to me, right? At least like we seem to get the best shows when we completely pull the shit out of thin air about 5 minutes before we go live. What is your opinion?
Well, I don't know. I think mild preparation, but not necessarily talking to each other beforehand is a part of a goal. Like the best out of two shows, the best shows that Waffle and I have had is when we hardly even talked the whole week before, so we had so much to talk about during the show.
That's interesting. That's curiously. I'm gonna have to. By the way, have we've come to it. We figured out who the IP of Lesser Saints belongs to, didn't we?
Huh?
What? Never mind, Lord. What?
The IP? What are you talking about?
Intellectual property, dude. I'm being a patent troll here, all right?
Oh, what the fuck? Whatever.
Step on my. Yeah, I've actually. So, I mean, have you guys been? How have you been enjoying the trying to have a regular show thing? It's fun.
It's fun. There's the time constraint because we're coming on right before you guys go. So I might do another show. I might start doing my own show on Saturdays, just because there's so much that. After starting to do it, I realized I'm sprouting up more ideas for things to do. So I might just start an extra show on Saturdays and then do the pre-show on Sundays. And
yeah, fuck yeah, man, absolutely. I love it. I honestly love it. More like production heavy and interested in trying to do production style shows. Like I don't know, maybe it's just the producer in me, but I just can't really watch something that's lazily done with Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought.
Well, we just use Discord for the pre-show.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to define my fucking channel. Like, I can't watch lazy content. It's like I fucking resemble that remark.
No, but I got my tax return back already, so I'm going to be buying a PC with that, and then I'm gonna try to learn OBS.
Hell yeah, dude!
Start my own shit.
Is it Waffle who's doing the OBS through Lesser right now?
Yeah, he's doing all the production stuff, and
gotcha.
I'm picking up the news stories and whatnot.
I mean, for like the very first draft of it and shit, and how you guys have it set up, it's fun. It's fun. It's easy, engaging. I really like it. I've been enjoying it a lot. Well, when I get a chance to, I barely got a chance to watch it last week just because I was fucking in a rush to try and get the show together. But
yeah, Well, last week just turned into like an hour-long conversation between Waffle, Anna Hatta, and I about how to have productive conversations with each other.
That actually sounds 10 times more interesting than most of the shit that's live streamed on YouTube these days. That's cool.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
it was
mean-
there was a problem within the Discord, like we weren't having productive conversations with certain people. So we decided it would be a good subject to cover.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Also, congratulations on remembering last week's show. I happen not to.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I swear, no, it is the strangest thing. I'd been sober. I'd been pretty stone fucking sober for about 2-3 straight days, right?
Right.
And then just wine happened, and yeah. But I mean, you know, that's the thing that if you try and strike me down, I'll only rise with a massive headache, not remembering how I got to bed.
Hold on. The reason why I remember is because I always rewatch.
Oh, don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't ever do that.
I did it.
I've learned that.
I have
Don't
to.
do that.
I did it. I'm doing it because it's still new, so I need to figure out where we need to improve.
Yeah, but the real trick to YouTube is just don't improve. Don't. And if you got to change things, make it worse. We've got that guy with the glasses. He showed us the way. You know.
Well,
yeah. See.
Well, what you do is you're decent for a while, and then you just downgrade into a bunch of bullshit. Worked for one person I know.
JT was threatening to send
wasn't the whole thing? The whole thing with that guy with the glasses, though, too. That was a huge production company that basically went down with that, wasn't it?
I mean, huge production company in the scope.
Well, in the scope of like, you know, YouTube channels and shit. Like he wasn't like, I mean, like these days, like bigger YouTubers probably have bigger production anyway.
Unless
like
you're PewDiePie.
Unless you're PewDiePie. Like, but yeah, I mean, like constantly seeing like Philip, like, you know, Philly D talks about all of his editors.
Yep.
I mean, I'm surprised he needs a staff.
Right.
No, I'm not throwing shade. And I'm not throwing shade at Philly. I really wouldn't have thought just watching some of it that I'd be like, oh, dude really knows what he's doing. He does a really good job on his own. Oh no, he has his staff.
Yeah, he's got a whole staff. He hires something like 10 people.
He's a job creator.
Hey, good for him.
I mean, good for him and everybody working for him. Yeah. It's funny though, because, well, I mean, that whole thing though, I've noticed, like, I've recently made a pivot. I'm doing different content now that I used to. And when you make a change in this medium, it's a fucking tricky proposition, man. You're facing that classic 90s rocker shit of you either do the same thing and get accused of just doing one thing, or you try and do something different and all of a sudden, like, you're a sellout, or, you know, or it just fails because your core audience doesn't dig it. And then you get that guy with the glasses. I remember that whole video of Jim's was... It was even showing. It's like he did the worst possible thing when they were like, "We don't really like this." He's like, "Well, fuck you! Don't tell your audience to fuck itself. Maybe not."
Well, also the thing with Philly D, I think he just launched his own app for all of his shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's currently in the process of hiring other reporters to be on screen. Well, and I think he's even hiring like field reporters.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, if it wasn't for his last name, I'd swear he was Jewish. I mean, okay.
Oh, that's not his real last name.
Oh, okay. So it probably is like, he's Philip Leibowitz, and he's like, okay, got a great YouTube channel, time to build a small business empire out of it, and I'm good.
Yeah, he changed his last name.
Boy, no.
Because of some beef with his dad or some shit. But
yeah. The fucking he changed it for over some beef, and then he recently just settled out of court with Annie DeFranco, and now everything's fine.
Well, he wanted to have a glass of milk with a steak, and his dad didn't want that. So.
Well, I don't.
That's a deep Jewish joke. Okay, come on.
Deep Jew. That's my.
Wow,
that's
what
dude,
I'm,
that's my name on
too.
Second Life, by the way. Is Deep Jew.
Deep Jew. I show up in different environments in Second Life, and I just try and replace everybody. And
What the fuck? God damn it.
hey, listen, yeah, I mean, if we were really all, if we the tribe of David, if we were really out to like replace everybody, we wouldn't be trying to coordinate with drunken peasants. We'd just take the time slot.
Mm-hmm. Deep Jew 9.
Deep Jew and that shit, aren't we?
Are Deep Jews related to Moon Jews? No. See,
it's an order.
You got the regular Jew, which they're just people. You get the Moon Jews, which are like the regular Jews, but they're Jews on the moon. But they're also lizard farmers. They're humble lizard farmers. Then
there's subterranean ones.
The Deep Jew. Those are the Deep Jew are dark skinned with the white hair, and they're very short and squat. They can see in the dark, and they tunnel. Their favorite thing to do is tunnel. The Deep Jews just make tunnels, not even really for any specific purpose, just to fucking do it, just because like that's what they want to do. They like tunneling shit. They're nice people. They're lovely people. They're wonderful.
And they don't bother anybody because all they do is tunnel. And then you think it's a burrow, but it's just a hole in the ground somebody dug.
Yeah. That's the Deep Jews.
And that's where sinkholes come from.
That's right.
Yep.
It's not the fault. That's totally by accident.
This is all right. So this has been this Thursday's Bill Nye Saves the World. Happy to have you.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Angus.
All right, and we'll praise Angus. Fuck, actually, no, I should just open these shits on my own channel, huh?
Nah, you can do it on here. Jables, do you have anything you want to show other than the Lesser Saints? Of course, we'll put that in the description.
Well, I don't know. I had to drop a lot of people that I was subscribed to over the last little while.
Oh, yeah.
Guess I could go Brad Warcock. Always show him.
Oh yeah.
By the way,
don't you host the show? I could have sworn you hosted a show. I might be wrong.
Jeff already said he was going to put that in the description. We already talked about it.
Oh yeah, I will.
Get an extra show. Oh yeah.
By the way, Snack Beats still needs to send me the link to his channel. Snack.
Do Snack.
Yeah, dude. I could put down the electros for a sec.
Speaking of Brad Warcock, somebody wants to make a bot for the Saints where you can make a command so you'll get a Brad Warcock quote.
Ooh, that'd be good.
That'd be good. All right.
That'd be good.
Buffalo King, you heard it here. Jeff approved.
Approved. Yeah.
Saints approved. It's it's 100% Angus. It's Angus is the it's the Moon Jew version of halal.
Right.
Angus. Yeah, like Angus steak. Yeah. There's a reason it's so good. Get it. Thank you, Jews. Yeah, I was actually going to do an unboxing stream on my own channel, but I figured I'd just actually cram it into the midweek because we're just doing this now. I did have to open some of these packages ahead of time because it sounded like there was broken shit on them. But
Did you know that?
The first thing, and this comes from David C.
Wait, should we say bye to Jables first?
Hmm?
Should we say bye to Jables first?
No, Jables can envy this.
Jables is just kicking it. Jables is just kicking it. Fucking whatever. Let's go.
I'll hang out. I don't care. What else am I going to do?
What else? Well, fucking plan for your fucking next show. You kind of got a show maybe you want to think about. So, yeah.
That's under control. I got it.
Jables, have an excellent evening. I'll send you this tiny pillow.
All right.
All right. Later, Jables. We're going to watch Nick unbox some shit. Bye, buddy.
Yeah, it's a dope little pillow. And it came with a free watch. So that's nice. Thank you, David, for that. Yeah, see, I should have planned this more. But who we got coming up next? What's the roll at, dude?
We got something else. Like you should check your DMs on Discord real quick.
Oh, I get it. So I gotta like pay attention to shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the thing that came in from
I sent you
9 minutes ago. What'd this be?
No, I just sent it to you as a DM on Discord.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the Hypocritics video because it's actually pretty funny.
All right.
Checking DMs. Oh, okay. We can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going into my circle now here. This is that important program we use every Sunday night to view all of the wonderful videos we watch. And it's my boy.
It's time.
Did you know that if you took every dollar you spent on fast food last year and had instead invested it in Bitcoin, that you would still be a total loser? Friends are like photographs. The embarrassing ones never go away. They say you learn more from failure than success. So you should be a genius. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single announcement of your upcoming trip on Facebook. If you're bored when you're alone, imagine how I feel when you're with me. All you need is love. But to get that, you need money, looks, or a big dick.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
There you go. All right, you unbox that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we've got some oil pastels here. That's undoubtedly for Quinn and her bedroom walls. That's much appreciated. Now, this was made for public consumption. Also, like I said, poorly planned, and because I'm sober, this feels sort of out of sorts. But hey, look, there's more people. Bitcoin's starting to bounce back. You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. Bitcoin is starting to bounce back. If you want, we are actually working on a way to accept Bitcoin donations. But in the meantime, you can actually just throw money at us at Streamlabs so I can buy Bitcoin. So hello, Nick. Here's part one of a 3-part line of packages I've sent you. The other 2 have bubble mailer bags. Got those right here. Belated Christmas package, but shit got in the way. There's a mishmash of toys and art supplies for the future Empress Quinn. All praise. Pinkies up. Thermalware for you and a present for you in this package. Now that is this gorgeous, just gorgeous leather pillow that was sent to me. With this free watch. That was pretty nice of them to throw that really in there. Cool watch, I appreciate these pillow manufacturers thinking that my punctuality. So
what would we name the Saints cryptocurrency?
We're gonna leave that up to the chat.
Space shekels?
No. Mooncoin.
Mooncoin?
Or we just do Jewcoin. Or we could just actually do the Keckle and just say, you know what, fuck it. We own stock in the meme to begin with. Might as well just ride it until the wheels fall off.
That's true. We did help invent fucking Kekasam. Might as well call it the Keckle.
Now, Dave here says, I'm not the guy. I am the guy who made the Steve Shives hat for your N-worder, Jeff. That ninja for you in the chat. This is from the maker of your Steve Shives hat, amongst many other things. You saw some of my art in the 70K live stream. I'll make some art for you down the line. Thank you. I do love art. Right now, it's not feasible. I'll make you a melted crayon painting. Ooh.
Ooh.
They're an utter cunt to make, but I'll get round to it. If your daughter becomes a future X Factor, America's Got Talent winner due to the selfie mic. What? Selfie mic. Then I'll take half the blame for it. The novelty glass is one of those for the man who has everything type of gifts. In this case, every type of drinking glass. That about covers everything. Keep doing what you're doing. Some art will head your way somewhere down the line. Best wishes, David. Thank you, David.
Yeah, very nice.
Very much. David. Now, I got a bunch of bar snacks here. These are fun.
Okay, so I have an idea. Our rough nuts. I think our cryptocurrency should be something that would sound like it was mined by the Deep Jew.
Dirt coin. They don't. Ooh, hot Bombay mix savory Indian snacks. I have a feeling I'm actually really gonna like this shit. Look at the color there. That's bound to make my poop turn.
Nuclear orange.
Exactly. Oh, now this is clearly for Quinn. We got ourselves a Texta micro pet. It's a little robot cat.
Well, that's cute.
So, I just love the fact too. I mean, she got a microscope and a build-your-own robot kit for Christmas, and I went in. She's got this little handwritten report about the physical observations she's made regarding white-tailed deer. She's got a microscope and a freaking robot sitting there. I'm like, okay, I think she's gonna be all right. Oh, got ourselves a Harry Potter vinyl.
Jutonium! Jutonium!
Yeah, but how do you call it coin? Jutonium. Oh my god, that's like what Wolverine's claws are made of or some shit. How do you turn that into a coin?
Fuck me! Oh no.
Actually, no. You know what? That's the thing is when we come up with our currency, when we come up with our own Saints crypto, we'll say that it's backed by Jutonium.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Jutonium. So let's roll. Get the next.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get
I'm just gonna keep pulling these. I got more rough nuts.
Ooh,
yeah.
I know that's what you needed more than anything else in life is more rough nuts.
Rough nuts in my life are an essential. Now, yeah. So here I got a boozy half-pint glass. So.
All right, let's transition. Swipe. I frickin' still am so happy that I made that transition. It looks so good. Every time it happens, I'm just like, I did that.
It's a good wipe, Jeff. It's a good wipe.
Great
like,
wipe.
You know, it's just like, you know, like you remember potty training just like I do. You hear that word? It's a good wipe. Like, was it? Oh, okay. It's a literal half a pint glass.
Nice. Hell yeah. All right, so next up, we are going to have Matthew Strigel. What's going on, Matt? How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you? Can you just give me a second because I have you running on the other stream?
Yeah, no
okay,
worries,
perfect. Man. Perfect. I got it all
set up. Nick is committing the ultimate haram by pouring his fucking Bud Light into this fancy
into
glass.
My novelty half pint glass.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't it? Look at that. It's half of a pint. It's like I'll have to work twice as hard
it's
now.
It's like half a pint of piss now.
Oh, it's not like I can afford real beer right now. Holy shit! Come on. I mean, we just got out of fuck you. It's January.
Hey, Matt, what's your favorite kind of beer that you like to drink?
Oh, my favorite kind of beer, Iyengar.
Iyengar. Ooh, yeah. Which one?
What's the name of it? I don't have the exact name of it. I think it's
lighter.
Which one?
Oh, I was gonna say. I mean, like, if it's your go-to, is it the lighter or the darker one? Because like they do one called
the light one.
The lighter one. So that would be the Hefeweizen, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's an old as fuck oldish as fuck German brewery. They've been like, it's in my estimation in terms of what, I don't know where you live, but I know here in the Northeast in terms of German beer, Iyengar, Weinsteffen, and Julius Echter are like my 3 favorite German imports right now.
Yeah, I love German beer. I have one sitting next to it's Warstein. It's a German Pilsner. It's not so bad. It's pretty good. It's like it's almost like a spicier version of the Iyengar. Like
yeah,
it's
I mean, yeah, Warsteiner by like, at least, and if I'm not mistaken, but by my German friends' standards especially, that's kind of like their cheap, like pint, like
exactly.
beer.
That's what I drink it like.
Okay.
Yeah,
but it still tastes better than Bud or Coors or any of that shit because it's real beer.
Way better. Yeah, way better. Yeah, the other stuff is like drinking piss to me at this point. But hey, you know, sometimes piss doesn't taste too bad when you're in the mood. College taught me that.
College, what, fucking art school or something. It's like, well, we had a project to make, and surprisingly, it made us a lot of money when we released it online in Thailand.
I shit you not. We did a show. We did the show Detroit by Lisa D'Amour. And we had this scene where we all were getting drunk, right? We went through about like 16 to 24 beers in one night. It was a good time. and there were only like 2 of us who actually were drinking.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was a good show, but well, actually, that show in particular, I don't know. You ever heard of it, Nick? Detroit?
I don't think I've seen. I don't even actually think I've heard of it, to be honest with you. What is it? I mean, I assume it's about Detroit. What is it on? Like what network? Or
It is. It's a play, and it's written by Lisa Moore, and it's about this couple that come to this neighborhood and meet this other couple who are trying to like live a life, but the husband is like almost a failure in his work and has this alternate lifestyle and all these other weird things that he doesn't tell his wife about, but he opens it up to about with this weird couple that just moved into this new house who no one knows or why they're there. They're pretty much look like drug addicts and druggies. And so like they cause all this chaos and destruction. No, it's not a film. It's just a play. It may be a film.
oh, okay.
But
So
from what I know, it was just a play. Yeah, it was a pretty good play. I did it at Rollins College. Yeah,
now
that's where I learned.
So you act?
I do act. Yeah, it'll be my. That's my goal in life. The stage. I love performance.
Terrifies me. Even though it's a strange. I'm trained as a screen actor, right? And there's a world of difference between the two.
Oh yes, most certainly. Yeah.
Well, it's funny
I've been
because.
trying to... Go ahead.
Oh well, I was just gonna say one of the funniest pieces of advice I ever got was from my old friend and coach, Chris Berry. And so I was telling him that. I'm like, I've never done stage. It seems terrifying because it's like you got one shot to get it right, yeah? And everyone is watching you and you can see their reactions. And he's like, yeah, well, consider this, though, dude. I mean, how many times have you heard of a theater actor being panned and for a shitty performance on stage that they did some odd years ago versus how many times do you know a screen actor who never lives down one shitty role? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh. Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
It certainly is, and I think that's what's so interesting about film for me because I want to get into film, like, and I even work on it a little bit in like my own videos that I post to YouTube. But what I realize is that like there's such more subtlety in like film performance when it comes to stage performance. You have to be boisterous, you have to be loud, you have to be really emotive, and you don't. The problem is when it comes to that, there's a conflict between being too representative of something and either too indicative of something. And you want to follow the path where it becomes natural.
I've done, well, you know, and that's, yeah, I've actually, it was funny because I remember one of the first film I ever did, it was a little student film down in Boston, right? And this is my first time actually really acting at all. I had no training or anything. It was just something I was trying out. And the other, like I'd watched some of the screen, like the dailies effectively, right? And that was like, I'd see like, oh, I need to stop moving around so much. Like you start understanding how you work on camera a little more. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at Jeff. He's doing the scrunching across the screen thing.
Oh, that's cute.
But yeah, we were working. There was a theater actor, a really good stage actor who was on the production. And I like watched his performance when I was sitting in the scene with him and looked really good. But then I saw it on screen, and I'm like, "Oh my God, he's over at acting like a motherfucker."
Yeah, exactly.
That's I was a parrot once in a play.
You were a parrot once in a play?
Incredible. No, that's really cool.
I was. It was a play put on at a postmaster convention. So my dad was a postmaster, and we went to this big fucking thing. And they needed somebody to be a fucking parrot in their play. My mom was a cockatiel. She looked like one fucked up looking cockatiel, and like, they were like, well, we need a fucking parrot, and I was like worried and shit. I'm like, I don't know how to act. I don't know any lines. They're like, we're not giving any fucking lines. Shut up, kid. It's fine. Just wear this costume, go out and flap around and act like an idiot. And I'm like, okay. I think that was my best performance I ever gave with you in my life. It was amazing. It was incredible. Just saying.
One of my... Oh, that's a... Do you have a favorite performance, Nick? Ever in your life, having ever, you know...
What was my favorite performance that I might have done?
What is one of your favorite performances, or the one you look back on and can be like,
Well, I mean,
if I had a good performance, that was.
Oh, okay. Well, in terms of performance, because one of my favorite roles was definitely in this music video that no one will ever see, because after we got done shooting it, it just disappeared, even though I made like $2.5 grand doing it. Like, yeah. Actually, this hair I've got here, I grew out from a shaved head. And I shaved the head. I had, like, it was down about here. It was a hot-ass summer day. I'd already gotten cast in the part, and I really just got... You ever get that instinct, that impulse? I just want to shave my fucking head. It's too hot.
Oh, yeah.
I got that feeling. But I'm like, I've already agreed to take this role. And that was funny, too, because it was the first paid role I'd ever had. And he's like, what's your rate? And I'm like, nobody's ever asked me that before. Fuck, what do I do? I asked my old friend in New Orleans, who's like a working film actor. He's like... Fuck it, dude. Tell him you don't get out of bed for less than $500 a day. I'm like, I'll highball him. That's a good idea. So he's like, what's your rate? And I'm like, $500 a day. And he's like, sounds good. What?
Wow.
So, yeah. And then after that, well, I'm sitting around waiting to shoot, and I really want to shave my fucking head. And I'm just like, yeah, I want to shave my fucking head. Is that going to be a problem for production or something? And he's like, let me ask the director. I'll get back to you. A couple days go by, the urge passes, and I'm thinking I'll just get a regular haircut so I can go get a regular job and be a regular person again. And he's like, oh, talk to the director. He loves the idea. Shave your head. And I'm like, this and that. And I'm reconsidered. He's like, I will pay you more money if you shave your head.
Oh, yeah.
All gone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye hair.
Yeah. Rate went up to like $750 a day, and then he bumped me up to like 12 by the end of production.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my favorite role in that sense. But I'd say, like, in terms of performance, Amy in a Cage, which sadly more than half of what I had like got cut out of the movie just for time. But that shit was like, okay, you need to be kind of like a fucking maniac. You need to just be a really fucking nasty fucking dude and kind of charming if you can. And I'm like,
I can do that.
Anything else more specific? He's like, no, just kind of do what you want after that.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's so much fun.
So quick,
seriously, that sounds amazing.
Oh, it was, and I mean, this was a film. I didn't get to meet or work with him. Well, actually, I didn't get to work with him, but Crispin Glover, isn't it?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
That guy is every ounce as fucking weird as a person as he seems to be.
I bet.
And, yeah, but I mean, it was a great role. The performance was fun, and also because like it was one of those times in which there was so little direction that it's just like, hey, I just want you to make your own choices with this role, and I want you to really just go like figure some kind of choice out and just go there. And there's nothing more terrifying or fun I've found as an actor when a director just tells you that.
Yeah.
That's
no,
fair.
I understand completely. It gives you, because what ends up happening from like an artistic perspective, like I understand that completely, is a director can box you in too much and create like something that isn't a part of who you are. They don't realize that part of the artistic process to work through the medium of the body is to actually like be yourself in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're really being yourself in that situation and a director boxes you in any such way, it limits your capacity to be creative and find solutions to being able to tell the story in the most like emotional way.
It's funny because of the creative fucking nature of acting the way it is and the personal nature to it. I don't even know what the fuck you're watching here, but
This is 9-year-old me climbing around in trees.
Oh, this is you during the height of your acting career.
Yep. This is
when you were a parrot.
This is around when I was portraying a parrot. I was getting See, this is when I was training at the moment. I was trying to get I'm a character actor, you see?
Yeah.
I was trying to like really get into the vibe of what it means to be a parrot, so I would climb trees. And you know, I just like I've always been a character actor. I've always really thrown myself into roles, so I thought I'd shit.
Yeah. But I mean, I mean, I've been watching. I recently watched a conversation between Ray Fiennes and how do I forget? It's Christoph Waltz. Now, I cannot, in my estimation, if someone's like, you know, name the most talented actor you can think of, Christoph Waltz comes like popping right to mind. Because that guy, you watch any of his performances, you watch how casually everything he does looks, realize every ounce of it is fucking intentional. He means to do when he uncaps a pen, right? When he takes a pen in Glorious Bastards and uncaps it and then begins getting the ink in there. Every motion of that he's thought about. And they were talking because, like, a lot of scripts and a lot of directors, they get to this point where they're like, you read it and you're like, I wouldn't want to change a fucking word. Not a fucking comma. My job isn't to make this character better than he's written it. My job is to make this character as good as it sounds.
The dog's name was Holly. People were asking what the name of that dog was. It was Holly.
Sorry, everybody, for geeking out about acting. It happens.
Yeah, we're sorry. Geeking acting, you know. It's a lifestyle.
Matt, what do you, anything you want to show, anything you want to share with us? And you want to spread to the world?
Yes. Yes, I will spread to the world my YouTube channel, Lucifer's Gift. It's full of poetry that I write every day. Attach weird pictures to. And also, like, me doing, like, you know, the Rocket Man that William Shatner did. Oh, yeah. I've taken that to a new level and try that with different songs and try to perform through different songs and see what works in my performance. And I always love feedback and convenient, like, you know, criticism that is worthwhile and teaches you.
Can you like, make sure and DM me on Discord with the link to the channel? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. I know. No worries. I know I'm committing the big sin. Like, you're never supposed to eat on a stream.
I just had some rough nuts. They were,
dude. I'm so fucking hungry. I can't even fucking stand it, dude. Like, I'm dying.
Oh, I totally understand what that's like.
What the fuck? Why is the green screen like effect on the VLC window? That's so weird. That's so weird.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, my dad built that little house, that little dog house shit for the dog, right? But my cat was such a bitch. She wouldn't let the dog sleep in there. She'd kick the dog out to sleep in the fucking cold, and my cat would just sleep in there, which was totally fine by me because I love the cat. The dog was a piece of shit. Like, what? Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring it up. Because you know what? I'm still triggered by this. When I was growing up, and I was a fucking kid, I'd tell my parents, hey, I want to have a fucking dog. I want my dog. And they're like, okay, what kind of dog do you want? I'm like, I want a German motherfucking Shepherd. I'm like, well, you can't have a German Shepherd. I'm like, all right, I want a Rottweiler. Can't have a Rottweiler. Like, I want a pit bull. We're like, how about we figure out what kind of dog we're gonna get for you, okay? Just trust in us. I'm like, fine, but it better be a cool dog. You know what my parents got me? A fucking Cocker Spaniel.
Because they hated you. I mean,
great dog.
No, because
I don't know.
My mom, like, from the moment she hit like her 30s, was like, I'm gonna be a weird old lady
with a Cocker Spaniel.
And I'm only gonna have these, like, fucking awful, inbred, dumb shit fucking dogs that are mentally deficient and poop on everything, so you have to keep them in the yard. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Oh. What's your favorite kind of dog, Jeff, then? What kind of dog would you love to have?
I want a motherfucking Malamute, dude. I want a big old wolf dog. Big old derpy wolf dog.
Nice.
I want a dog that looks like a
That's what I think.
bear.
I think that's ultimately what Jesus is. I don't disagree he's a dog. I think he's more...
I personally want Angus. Well, I want Angus. I want Angus to have me, rather.
Yeah,
I am a follower in Angus. All praise be to Angus.
You have to have the Angus. It's got to be Angus, because if it's not, it's like, it's heresy. Yeah, and you know what we do to heretics. I mean, the emperor told us. To me.
Sweet. So. Okay. Cool. You sent me your
channel.
I appreciate that. Buddy. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, it's good to talk to you, man. We'll talk to you again soon. Probably here on the server.
Yeah, you too, brother. It was good geeking out with you about acting a bit. I'm gonna.
I hope so. I love acting.
Well, I'm actually. This will be. Oh well, my next video is actually going to be just sort of some musings about what I've learned about it and what I've learned to enjoy about it. So keep an eye out for that.
Beautiful! I'd love to check it out. Fantastic, dude. All right. Well, have a great night, guys.
You too, brother.
Good night, man. Good night.
Peace out.
Freckly motherfucker you were.
Dude, I was so freckly. You could see the fucking Irish and shit in my face.
Sandre's got the goddamn nerve to say that I'm a, like, secret ginger. Look at that fucking frecklage.
I look like a fucking mutant.
You do.
I
You
do.
still do. But I mean, you ain't got the dreads
Yeah.
at least anymore.
I do look kind of like a mutant anyway, but like,
Doing
look-
my half pint here.
I just look fucking
No.
so derpy. What the fuck? Weird. Wait a minute. You know what? There's weirdo, creepy people on the internet. I actually want them to like spank into my fucking old kid pics. Maybe I should have never played that. Now I feel weird.
Well, don't worry. So this came in, and sorry I was getting all
Don't
preoccupied
worry.
with my present and shit,
That's
but this
fine,
thing
go
came
ahead.
in. This is a selfie microphone. I'm actually thinking I might start doing all of the midweek and weekend promos with this toy. Because why not? You know, I mean, it's like, let's see, was it? I mean, what's the ages? It doesn't have an age thing. It's almost like the English don't care about their kids. Oh, 8 and up. Okay, I'm above 8 years of age.
Technically.
See right there. I will
emotionally.
totally show my ID. And just for good measure, the front and back of my debit card here on Saints in just a moment. Before we go out, I'll do all that to prove that I'm above 8 years of age. But yeah, so you guys go ahead and just let me know if you want to see me doing my really well produced and well planned out. And there's a lot of fucking effort, by the way, that goes into these goddamn midweek promos that you just don't see. There's so much shit going on behind the scenes. I'm like Philly D. I need a staff of about a dozen right now. But I mean, this will help.
I made a promo this week, but I didn't.
You actually did.
It's weird.
It was a good one.
It was pretty good.
It was weird.
We'll use it for next week. It'll be fine. That's
Oh
fine.
shit! It's I don't know why, but it's just listing an Ed Sheeran song on the box here, so you know this is quality product.
Yeah, that's a good.
I'm fucking excited. Are you guys excited for promo videos? I mean, it's the whole fucking channel is just gonna end up being
It's a
promo
ringing
videos. People are gonna be like, they do a show from time to time. I thought it was just those short clips that don't make sense.
Let's roll. Okay, let's go. Oh, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, let's see. Connor, are you there? Connor.
What's this?
Hello. Is it
Connor-
me you're looking for?
Are you
I
busy?
can
It's
see
not- I think
it in your eyes,
he's busy running for governor of Kansas at the moment.
and I know just what to do.
By the way, there's a lot of other candy in this package, but I'm just not sharing it. Even though some of it was Turkish Delight, and I've never had
I
that.
like candy. Okay, well, I'll give it 5 more seconds.
Connor, are you on push to talk?
5 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi.
Might be the case.
Race Mississippi.
Maybe he's mute.
What's it?
Squigum says he's not able to speak.
Oh no.
He's a doctor.
He's not muted. What the fuck? And not able to speak? What are you talking about?
That's what Squigum said.
Oh no.
Yeah. But like I said, he's a doctor. We might get a second opinion
Connor,
from Layman.
Connor, hop back into waiting room when you get back in. I'll try and drag you back in. We'll try and make this happen. We can make this happen. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's do it a little bit like this. But can
We
you
didn't
do
promise
this?
anybody last week.
What the fuck is he?
What the fuck is that? Holy shit. There's somebody here.
Oh.
Back.
Hello.
Found me.
Yes.
There
Hello.
we go. How's it going, man?
It's been a while.
Now, just so we can clarify, you are not the same Connor from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, who's running for governor of Kansas, yes?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh, okay. Well, why not? What are you doing with your life otherwise?
Nothing.
Well, why don't you run for governor of fucking Kansas already?
Good point.
I see you. I'm a motivational fucking Tony Robbins motherfucker over here. I got you on the path to success.
So I got to tell you, I have officially decided to drop out of the race for governor of Kansas. So if you, Connor, want to do it in my stead, I will officially endorse you and try and encourage the horde to vote for you in Kansas as much as possible.
There's a really unfortunate sex scandal involving him explaining how he lost his virginity on a live stream on Twitch.
And then the sex tape with Fat Pat, but I mean...
That one, no, it drops tomorrow, dude. You whet their appetites, you don't announce
I know,
it.
we haven't filmed it yet.
Do I get to meet Dorothy when I win?
Maybe.
Why not? You're the governor. I mean, it's like being king, dude. You can actually mandate that like all of the newborn lasses of the state of Kansas must be named Dorothy. You know?
And all the
Like,
newborn boys.
Yeah, and all the newborn boys too. Just in case I don't know what you're into, you know. And they'll be like,
Oh, yeah,
well,
it's-
we should have reformed those laws. Now those fucking pesky Saints fans are making up 90% of our state government. How the fuck did this happen? And suddenly Kansas got more interesting.
I got a question. What's your
mass immigration.
massive immigration? What's your favorite name for a dog?
Jesus.
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Something like Maximus for a Chihuahua.
Okay. So it's like the
Titan, you know.
yeah, it's like the
Gargantua.
like the little big thing, like how you nickname like a giant dude Tiny or something like that, or like you have this like min pin fucking thing and you name Goliath, that kind of thing. I get that. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. I can see it. Ironic names are pretty good.
My favorite dog name was Cricket.
Cricket.
Yeah, Cricket was this little half black lab, half Aussie sheepdog. It was New Orleans dog. This is the dog featured in my short story Dog versus Chicken. Because Cricket was great. She was a natural herding dog, and I'd take her out on walks. All little kids from the neighborhood, they'd all just be hanging out on the sidewalk or the street corner or whatever, just like little kids. And once they got used to Cricket and they knew they could pet Cricket and Cricket was a good dog, well, then I started scaring the shit out of them by letting Cricket off the leash, because her natural instinct is to run to them. Their natural instinct is to run away. Her natural instinct is to take running creatures in mass and then to convince them to pen up in a certain place. She would corner like a dozen laughing, screeching children in like this fence corner in somebody's front yard and just keep them there and keep looking back at me like, I do good. Like, yes, Cricket, you did good.
Kid wrangling. Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. Cricket was a good dog.
Thankfully, you didn't have a van.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a dog growing up?
Yeah.
What kind of dog?
We know that her dad was a collie.
Okay. So there's at least
Wow.
a half collie. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm honestly impressed that, like, you know, like somebody knew who her father was. Cause
She looks like
increasingly
related to
uncommon
Lassie,
thing.
but not
Does it look like what?
pure.
So it looked like a Lassie clone, but smaller.
But you know, like she's related, but not quite. Like there's, I've seen her next to like actual collies, and there's like the differences just stand out.
Oh, sure.
Weird.
Sure. Absolutely. Okay. Cool.
So now here's, would you elect your dog governor of a given state or territory? How about a Canadian province? Those things aren't even real.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, just like a state of, or yeah, just like, you know, like state of Mexico. Like they got states there, don't they? Tijuana, Mayor of Tijuana. There we go. All right, we've just effectively.
President of
Your childhood dog is now the president and mayor elect of the free state of Tijuana. And we're getting into geopolitics here, folks. It's not all just about like who's your favorite dog and who's been a good boy. It's about which good boy is going to make a good president.
That's right. That's right.
you can handle the
Oh no, you're roboting like a motherfucker.
arigato.
Domo arigato, pista, robato.
Who are you thanking for Discord deciding to suddenly take a shit on your audio quality? A 3-coil steamer, as it was. Lord Anubis, we beg you, pray to you, not to take a steaming 3-coil turd on our lives, but to unite us.
What the fuck? I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
I could steal those from that Downey Jr. videos, the Tropic Thunder thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
see?
I get it.
Takes me a while to find new things funny.
Mm-hmm. I'm bored. I'll be right back.
Those fucking that Laurel and
Oh, God.
Hardy, those two, it's just they keep me. Thank God he's fucking gone. All right, listen, Connor, I kind of jury rigged the whole rolling thing he does. He doesn't know he's not even on the internet right now. And what we did was we made it so they can get in here. Well, I'm trying to get a new co-host for YouTube, saying it's like real quick. Honestly, the fact that he has to steal a chair from his fucking wife. Look, it's her chair. It says so. It fucking says so. He's stealing his wife's chair. So clearly gonna need a new midweek host at least. but when he gets back, you just have to come up with like half of a joke to intro the show with. See, yeah. See, this is what happens when I try sober improv. It goes for like 30 seconds and the joke's dead, and then I'm like, health or humor.
Let's try and decide what kind of a man needs to take his wife's chair, you know?
It looks like a comfy chair. Right now, I'm just thinking he picked well when it comes to the wife, because she has a very obviously good choice in chairs. But wait a second. I saw her on a stream the other day, and she was standing up. He did straight up jack that shit, didn't he? Jeff, you should be ashamed.
I should be ashamed of what? What did I do?
You know what you did, boy.
I don't know what I did. I do a lot of shit, man. I do a lot of shit, and I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Like,
we ain't, that's the thing. Like, ain't no one gonna be able to forgive you until you return that chair to its rightful owner.
Which what the fuck are you even talking? God damn it!
Deny. This is, you know what? You're not Kafkaing your way out of this one, Jeff.
Yeah. God damn it.
They brand their property.
So what's up, Connor? Other than like your favorite dog and that other thing that we talked about, so what's caught your attention recently? Have you found any brilliant pieces of comedy, art, or music on the internet that you would like us to share, or have you created any yourself?
Anything, but I've been practicing guitar for almost a week now.
I should have watched this.
Excellent. Are you getting any good with the guitar, or is it just kind of like a passing thing?
I mean, like, just in like maybe over a decade. So.
Okay, that's good.
In a level.
Oh, you fucked up. Didn't get that 45-degree angle.
I do not have any fucking musical talent whatsoever. Never have, never will. It is extremely frustrating, to be honest with you.
I sing half decent karaoke. I actually have a standing arrangement like next time on a Hot Heart.
Music, come on.
No, I know it means. I've heard it means false orchestra, and I've also heard it means tone deaf. But is it?
Stop reacting to what stop reacting to what I'm doing on my computer right now, Nick. Just play it cool.
Someone I'd like to shout out.
Oh, please.
Yes, please.
Laz Baros, ZBAS on DeviantArt.
Okay.
It just to give you a it's a knight on riding a dragon.
Okay.
Cool. Space marine with a sword.
Nice.
I see. Here's the thing. And all of a sudden, like, I'm the weirdo for bringing up a particular interest, but it's Space Marine Warhammer shit going on. Yeah. See, everyone's into that, aren't they? Everyone, every last fucking individual except me.
You don't like Warhammer?
Something you might like, Nick. Pitied snake women.
Oh.
Like, I need more snake women in my fucking life. God damn.
True. You really don't need any more snake women.
No, plenty of snake women. I live in the Northeast. Nothing but snake women up here. I mean, well, I'm going to be answering for that comment a little bit later. So I'm at.
Yeah, you are. Jesus
provided anybody I know watches this show. Hi, guys.
Gusty here.
Oh, no. Great. Yeah, now that just filtered into my mind. And like, did you call your ex a snake woman? Like, were you watching live or did you catch it on the YouTube channel, Your Honor? Answer the question.
All right, that's fair. There we go. Okay.
God,
fucking yeah. No, I'm trying to find some shit real quick.
Jeff's trying to make art while we're trying to like host a show here, and
no,
we know,
it's
like,
fine. It's fine.
Fucking the viewership is dropping off. This whole thing's going pause up. See why we didn't say pause up?
Pause up. All right, well, Connor. So if you don't have anything specific to shill, man, it's good to talk to you, buddy. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Wait, whose birthday?
Next week I'm 21.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
what? Hey, Pinky's up to that, man. Fuck yeah. All right, now, I need you to do something for me. It's very important. It's very important. It's going to be your 21st birthday. This is absolutely paramount. I need you to do something for me. I need you to drink irresponsibly, but also have somebody to be able to drive you home, okay?
Yeah. Have somebody responsible be responsible for you in lieu of you not doing it.
That's right. And make poor decisions, okay? That's an order, Marine!
Get someone pregnant, man. Do it. Bucket. Share your fucking, you know what? Tweet out all your fucking passwords. You only live once.
We've all been there, dude. Whatever. Just pump a bitch full of baby batter. Who gives a fuck? Let's just get crazy. Let's do it. Whatever.
Take this life by the hand, you turn it around, and you fuck that shit.
All right. Everybody, let's see some ones in the fucking chat. Some happy birthdays to Connor. He'll be 21 next week. Pretty much fucking fantastic.
Yep.
Amazing.
And tune in next week to Midweek Saints, especially because we'll probably be running a charity stream for a GoFundMe for his bail fund.
Mm-hmm.
And we will know if he has let us down.
We got it back.
Because he won't need bail.
That's right. That's right.
I got away with it. No excuse.
I'm in Ireland. They might go easy on me.
Well, I mean, maybe.
There we go, yeah.
Anyway, it's always a pleasure, buddy. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Love you guys.
Cheers, buddy.
Can one even actually pay Irish bail and Lucky Charms?
Probably. Do you want to do one more?
I'm down for one more, folks.
All right, let's do
one more of these people. These fucking maniacs. They're waiting. They want to be in here.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Who gives a fuck?
We're
getting great. We already did 4.
They do. I just told you. There's a whole bunch of them who give a fuck.
We're doing 5 tonight. We're doing
5 tonight.
All right. 18 people in the waiting room. So let's spin the dice. Spin the dice. What the fuck? Fuck off, Jeff. Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13. Okay. I don't think
I'm gonna throw that roulette wheel.
I don't think we've had this person on before. Miss Passion.
Passion.
You gotta unmute yourself, Miss Passion.
Passionate lady who says nothing. I'm overwhelmed.
It's like my dream.
It's like my fucking.
Oh.
This is like my second wife. I can't understand.
It sounds like you're underwater.
A little bit.
Okay, hold on. This is a new headset.
Oh no! Oh no! I want to talk to you.
It's like a First Contact movie. It's great though. The signal's starting to kind of come cleaner.
I know. Yeah, we can't understand you, darling. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We do hope you make it back.
I tell you what though. I mean, I don't really know how to fix it.
Do you want to do a thing? Well, Jeff, do you have anything like poster boards? We could try doing a thing like in The Arrival.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
I don't have a poster board. Aw. Okay, I tell you what. So I don't know how to fix. Like, if this is Google Hangouts, I just say you should just hit F5.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
A little bit better.
Yeah. It helps when you say things.
Oh no.
Okay, caller from Des Moines, Iowa. Caller, go ahead. You're on the David Backman Show.
Yeah.
I mean, what?
Oh no. I tell you what. So we'll give it another like 5 seconds or so. And if for some reason it doesn't work out, then we'll try and get you on next week. We'll put you at the front of the line. Other people have to remind me though, because I'm an idiot. So.
Hey, we remembered last time.
We did.
I did, but as long as one of us did, that's what matters.
All right. Yeah. To mods, don't tag her as having been in, but also remind me next time. Sorry, Miss Passion. I wish. I'm sorry.
Au revoir, Shoshana.
All right. 16. Let's roll. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Trying to follow the chat. Who's Monica?
12. Oh, jeez. We know this person. Liviana.
Oh, she said her headset broke down, so.
Oh, no. That's too bad. Oh,
Well,
I'm sorry,
I mean,
Sebastian.
did the successful diagnosis, and we've got Liviana, Queen of Pizza Stand,
Yes, that's true.
joining.
Hello.
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 How's it going?
How are you?
Oh,
Drunk.
Oh, fun.
sober.
Fun.
Well,
Not
you have
really.
you have requirements tonight, Nick. So that's.
I mean, I'm being a good boy too. Ever since I found the path of Angus, I've just been giving to the poor. I've been not drinking. I haven't been fornicating at all. You know that.
Have you heard the good word of Angus, our Lord and Savior, Liviana?
Y'all motherfuckers need Crom.
Played.
Crom laughs at your 5 wins high on his mountain. Yes, but the 5 wins are above Crom.
Yeah, I've got a PTA meeting right now. It's down the street in an Irish pub, which is how we do things here in New Hampshire. It's attached to the school, which is also known as a pub. It's really all we have around here, but it's fine.
So, Liv, you must be a big fan of Conan then, yeah?
Yes, I've been reading Robert E. Howard's stuff and the original Marvel comics, which were based on his and Paul Anderson and L. Sprague de Camp and all that. Since the 70s. My one of my cousins turned me on to it.
That's dope. That's badass.
It was well played. That was good. That was a good answer, even though Angus has come to slay the old gods.
That's true. Angus is a warrior. He is a warrior savior. But I do have to say my favorite drinking game I ever played was the Conan drinking game, which is you watch both of the movies, the Barbarian and Destroyer. Drink every time somebody dies. Drink twice anytime somebody says Crom, and drink 3 times anytime somebody says something cromerific, which is like
cromerific. Anybody says they say that's cromerific.
No. It's like when somebody says like, crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of the women. That is crom fucking tastic. That's 3. That's 3 drinks right there. It's good shit.
That is, I haven't actually watched Conan the Barbarian in ages. Jesus
The
Christ.
one with Jason Momoa was much better, I think. It was more faithful to the stories. I mean, like the first one, they've conflated Bailey with Valeria.
Yep.
Because Bailey was the one who came back from the dead.
Yep.
And she was not blonde.
That was so-so. I mean, you remember the Spider-Man movie that came out around the same time, don't you?
Ugh.
So?
But the only problem with the Jason Momoa version of Conan is you never get to hear Arnold saying Valeria. That's amazing. Like, I mean, you can't even get around that. Like, just his fucking like mush mouth bullshit butchery of the word Valeria, like Valeria. It's incredible.
Well, you also have in the original movie with Schwarzenegger, you have them. The main villain is Thulsa Doom, and Thulsa Doom was an enemy to Kull of Atlantis.
Okay.
So I mean, like the guy that was Conan's big enemy was Thoth Amon.
Thoth Amon. Okay. Sounds really familiar. I'm not as caught up as you are. It's been so long since I read the source material.
Well, I mean,
I just recently got a hardback book, The Complete Chronicles of Conan.
It's I can't. I'm just like I feel this taste of ash in my mouth. I think it's from all the heresy going on here.
Right.
We need to get back to talking about our Lord and Savior Angus, but
No, Jason Momoa though.
Jason Momoa is like, nope. I got the Jason Momoa card. I'm gonna throw it down here so you can talk about your little fucking canine friend some other time. Fucking talk about the big dogs now. Well, we are kind of closing out here. Now I will actually take the liberties of actually shilling your channel for you, Liviana, because she's a dear friend of the show, dear friend of mine. And she has been running her own YouTube channel. Would you want to give us the name of it and tell us how many N's are in it?
It's Giovanna Liviana. There are 2 N's in Giovanna. Giovanna.
Because I had about several credit rolls in which that was incorrect, but well, I got around to fixing it eventually. But yeah, she's got a channel. She actually analyzes a lot of, goes into a lot of philosophical topics, which is a new sort of interest for me. And when she's not doing that, she's pestering me to try and teach me about how Discord works. Because
yes, you need to make an appointment with me.
I don't know how Discord works or how to work it anyway. We'll figure that out eventually, though. Yeah. Anything on top of that? Any other works? Any other things you found of interest? Anything you want to promote before we bow out?
Jim Desbra has a YouTube channel which is severely undersubbed, Grim Jim or Grimachu.
Oh
yeah.
Grim Jim, yeah.
Yeah, Grimachu. Actually, I've been
meaning to try and get a hold of him. We should just have him on at some point. He'd be great.
He is in the Saints Discord now. I kind of subtly encouraged him to join. I think he's still in here. I know he was for a while.
All right, you know, let's drag him in. Let's bring him in for next midweek then.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck
it. Yeah, Grimachu, you got a date. You got a date, boy.
He's a fucking fellow huge cyberpunk fan like I am. So I mean, I'll fucking geek out and talk about old school RPGs with him for hours.
I'll just eat my rough nuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll eat my cafe yum while you geek out about acting. Okay, and he and I will talk about old school RPGs. Well, you eat your rough nuts.
Yeah, hopefully sober. Maybe not. We'll see how this goes. You know, it's sort of trial and error thing I'm doing here. That being the case, we've been your midweek Saints. I'm a sober wizard of cause. This is a drunk as fuck Jeff Holiday. He's about to go get himself
drunk as fuck.
Well, he's gonna be. He's gonna go get drunk as fuck and get himself cornholed by Fat Pat. Just a shame, so fain. And we will hear all about it from the Electric Nuke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But most importantly though, like really, this is important.
Warten Sie. How you say? Do not shoot the messenger.
Ah, the return of the Y-boner.
Oh!
Yeah, you guys did that, and that'll keep happening.
Yep, that's right.
So
that's right.
keep your Y-boners holstered, preferably somewhere warm, preferably somewhere wet. Take it easy, and if it's easy, take it home. This and other syllogisms coming to you from Midweek Saints.
That's right. That's totally right.
Gadale and Shalom.
And I'm like so unprepared right now. Oh my god, I did not get this queued up like I needed to. Fuck me dead. Oh no.
Yeah.
There we
go. You guys go ahead though, regard what I said is clever anyway. And imagine it happened right before the end.
Yeah, right before the very, very end. Every week, Thursdays, right here on Twitch, Midweek Saints, every Sunday, over on our YouTube channel. We've been your Saints. We love you. Fuck off. Good night. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.